DMV fees.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with Chris and the Capper on The Fan.
Atlanta with a 19-16 lead, 4:59 to go in the first quarter in Atlanta. It has been a high-paced first quarter.
Yeah, very few fouls. High energy going up and down. We said it. Guys like Aaron Holiday getting an opportunity to play for Trae Young will push the pace, be excited to play. He started off very effective. And T.J. Warren will be the first sub for the Nets. And this is when the Nets become really interesting to me. That's an awful lot of scoring on the floor when T.J. Warren comes in for Nick Claxton. Sorry for Ben Simmons.
Warren had 23, a season high, off the bench against Cleveland. In the lane, A.J. Griffin going to the rim. Blocked at the rim by Claxton. But a loose ball picked up by Griffin. He'll back it out, and the Hawks will reset. Holiday out top. Aaron Holiday takes it right. Around Warren. Go to the rim. Tossed it high off the window and in. Avoiding the shot blocker that time, Nick Claxton.
It's unbelievable how Kyrie Irving and different players go so high off the glass. That was a beautiful finish by Holiday.
High and soft.
Yeah.
Pass to the wing. Broken up by Murray. Ends up out of bounds. It'll remain Atlanta ball.
Aaron Holiday with 7 quick points. He, again, is getting an opportunity because Trae Young isn't playing. These teams are dangerous when they get in the middle of a season when their guys are getting opportunities.
Kyrie Irving will inbound in the corner. I said Atlanta ball. It's, of course, Nets ball. Durant with it, far side. Dribble drive to the baseline with a pull-up, and it's good for Kevin Durant. He's got the best shooting percentage on pull-up jumpers in the NBA.
Hey, it missed 3 in a row. I couldn't believe it.
Murray, baseline, pull-up. That's good for DeJounte Murray. How's DeJounte?
Nice.
That's French, I think.
I think so. I hope so.
Now, I hope so. Durant up top for Kyrie Irving, moving left. Guarded by Holiday, steps back, pump fake, gives it up. O'Neal's got it. Now to Claxton, left of the circle, 7 to shoot. Irving comes to get it. Circling right, down the lane. Throws it at the rim. Claxton guides it in. And you can see the trust the Nets have now. And just throw it at the rim and know that Claxton can go get it. Murray to the baseline. Back it out. Holiday on the drive. Cut off by Durant. Tough fadeaway. Won't fall. Claxton snatches down the rebound. 23-20 Atlanta. 3:20 to go first quarter. Durant drives it to Jalen Johnson. Pull-up jumper, too strong. Rebounded by Atlanta.
Durant's being aggressive, assertive, trying to get to his spots and put up numbers here early.
Last time he was in this building at 55 in April of last season. Murray, left side, runner won't fall. Durant with a rebound. That was on a night when the Nets clinched a play-in spot in April of last season. Irving up top for a 3. Off the back rim, rebounded by Jalen Johnson. Second-year man of Duke. Johnson, top of the key. Moving left, bumps to Claxton. Backs it out, Aaron Holiday. To the baseline, cut off by Kyrie Irving. Up top, Jalen Johnson. A 3 is in and out, and then rolls in for Jalen Johnson. A guy who was just 20% from 3 coming into this game.
Yeah, Claxton was giving him an awful lot of space. He was double-daring him.
Atlanta 4 of 5 from 3. Durant throws it at the rim, and Claxton able to grab it and lay it in as he was surrounded and knocked to the ground.
Kevin Durant passing it exceptional here for assists. He's got 4 quick ones and 2 of them for alley-oops to Claxton.
2:10 to go in the first. Atlanta 4-point lead. Up top, Holiday working right. Stops on a dime. Spins. Stuck in the black paint. Has to back it out. We're jumping DeJounte Murray. He'll launch a deep 3. Knocks it down from Decatur. Atlanta with a 29-22 lead with a minute 50 to go in the first quarter. Here's Durant now into the front court. He'll pull up from 3. And he knocks it down. What an entertaining first quarter.
Yeah,
and we should be done in about a half hour.
It's unbelievable.
No whistles. Minute and a half to go in the first. 29-25 Atlanta.
Conditioning. Even in the first quarter, your conditioning is being tested.
Play-by-play guy's conditioning is being contested here. A.J. Griffin misses a 3. Rebounded by Durant. Head of steam. Lob it right corner. Irving's got it. Irving tried to penetrate. Cross-court O'Neal. Pump fake in front of the net bench. Now backs it out. Warren's got it. On the drive. Floater in the air. Missed the rim. Rebounded by Atlanta. Approaching a minute to go in the first.
Can I get you some water?
There's Murray on the left side, played by Kyrie Irving. On a drive, Irving cut him off. Hesitation, moves down the lane with a floater, and it's good for DeJounte Murray. He's got 7.
He did the Smitty move, the Steve Smith move that time. He faked like he was coming back to the middle.
In Atlanta. Out of the right wing, O'Neal hands it back. Irving on a drive, put it off the window, and it's good for Kyrie Irving. He's got 8 points.
Pretty play, give and go. Right back to Kyrie for the high stop.
Now Murray a drive down the lane, and he got stripped and fouled. And we'll get the second mandatory timeout coming with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll take a break. 31-27 Atlanta on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
No one works harder to improve the health of Brooklyn than Maimonides Health.
It's my go-to.
With 3 hospitals, 90 convenient locations, and over 1,800 doctors, Maimonides is more than a medical center.
It's my confidence.
Whether you have an everyday health need or seek expertise from a specialist at our Centers of Excellence, Maimonides will always provide the best possible care for the people of Brooklyn.
My home. My choice.
Maimonides.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites, and with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries with a minimum purchase of $1 when the Nets win on the road. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. Offer limited time only through Nets season at participating McDonald's. Valid the day after Nets win any away game. McDonald's app download and registration required.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See local Boost Mobile store for details.
This last year has taught us that financial power is in the hands of the people. Enter the market confidently with Webull, the trading app that is here to elevate your investing experience with access to a community of investors, education, and technology right at your fingertips. Stay informed on the go with the real-time data and market research. Join millions of users today, learning, sharing, and investing with the Webull app. Consider your investment risks carefully. Webull Financial, LLC.
G'day, this is Patty Mills, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with Chris and the Kappa on the Fan.
Nets fans at Grubhub, you'll always have home court advantage. Grubhub has all your game day favorites. Go for Grubhub to get anything you crave. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Atlanta with a 28-27 lead over the Nets. I believe they've taken away a 3 from A.J. Griffin because he was stepping out of bounds. So it's now 28-27. Atlanta, they reviewed that. That's one of those, they put the blue light up and review it in Seacock. So they took away down to a 1-point Atlanta lead as DeJounte Murray goes to the free throw line. That's one of those, they would look at it. They were looking to check and see whether or not it was a 3, but in the process they could see if he stepped out of a boundary, which he did. So while play was going on, they made that conclusion. They relay it to the officials during the timeout. Murray makes the first. Second on the way is good. And what has been as fast a moving quarter of NBA basketball as I've ever seen.
And highly entertaining, though. You got to give the Hawk team credit. Second game of back-to-back young guys getting after it.
Irving into the front court. Now along the right wing. Back it out. Kevin Durant's got it. Durant one-on-one. Played by Jalen Johnson, the youngster. Takes him left. Pulls up. Jumper over him is good. Kevin Durant with 9 points to lead Brooklyn.
When he gets to that left hand and starts taking those rhythm dribbles, you know it's coming, the shot, you just can't stop it.
Atlanta in the black with the peach numbers and trim. Moving it left. Trent Forrest in the game. In the lane with a runner. No good. Rebounded by Durant. 7 to shoot. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. 5 seconds. Durant slips by a defender and lays it up and in off the window. KD's got 11 here in the first quarter. Final seconds of the quarter. Forrest slowed up. Backs it out. They don't get a shot off in time.
And the Nets end the first quarter with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, 1-point lead. They ended up. The Hawks did them a favor there. They left enough time on the clock in that last possession to allow Kevin Durant to get the ball back. That's very dangerous.
11 for Durant. 31-30. Nets on top after one. Back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Are you the type of person who always expects a little more out of life? Then it might be time for a new Kia Telluride X Pro. With its redesigned grille, headlamps, and trim, this SUV is stylish enough to stand out in any setting. With its high-end tech and available surround view monitor, it's equipped to make your life easier in all different ways. With its class-leading cabin room and available second-row captain's chairs, it's comfortable enough to have you always dreaming of your next excursion. And with its high ground clearance and upgraded traction control system, it's rugged and capable enough that the trip doesn't have to end when the pavement does. With all of these premium updates and more, there's no doubt the Telluride X Pro can take you beyond your expectations and beyond that. The new Kia Telluride X Pro. Welcome to a new elevation. To learn more, visit kia.com/Telluride today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Quantities limited. Cabin space claim based on a comparison of mid-sized SUV class segmentation using manufacturer-supplied data as of September 2022. Surround view monitor may not display all objects around the vehicle. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely and use caution.
Hey, stop dealing with your neck pain, backache, sciatica, and go see my main man, Dr. Jay Shah at Samuel Institute for Pain Management, a migraine and nerve pain specialist who gets you back to feeling yourself again with minimally invasive and non-surgical treatments. Join me and thousands of 5-star reviews who trust Dr. J for pain-relieving solutions. Same day and next day appointments available with offices in Colonia and Livingston, New Jersey. Turn to Samwell Pain like I did for effective pain-relieving solutions. Visit SamwellPain.com.
Football season is here, and we all know winning teams are made of skilled professionals, and if you're looking to get engaged this season, you have to go see the winning team at London Jewelers. They are the trained professionals. They have the cutting-edge technology right there at London Jewelers to help you select or even design the absolute perfect ring. The 2 by London collection has a large selection with great deals in everyone's budget. Just stop in and mention WFAN. Whether you're starting out or starting over, visit our friends at London Jewelers and let them help you out. Visit London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations. London Jewelers, serving you and your family since 1926.
Hi, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Last chance to get in on our exclusive holiday packs. Each package includes 4 premier games at an exclusive rate and a $50 gift card to Brooklyn Fanatics with each seat purchase. Bring in the new year at Barclays Center. Available at SeatGeek.com/Nets. Atlanta starts off the second quarter, and John Collins with a driving layup to put the Hawks out top 32-31. Just underway, second quarter in Atlanta. Chris Carrino and Tim Capstraw with you. Nets in the white Basquiat jerseys going left to right. Seth Curry in the game, and he immediately knocks down a top-of-the-key jumper.
Yeah, comes in ready to play. Remember, he wasn't sure if he was going to be available tonight.
Under the weather, missed the game in Cleveland. Non-COVID illness. John Collins for the Hawks, left of the lane. Working against Curry, draws a double, feed inside to Forrest, and Forrest for the layup.
Yeah, got to come over and help. Trent Forrest's man with the double team on, and he went right to the front of the rim.
And they found Forrest in the middle. You know what I see is that you found the Forrest in the middle of the tree. Out of the left side, Mills traveling. Patty Mills getting a little early look here, and he travels with it.
Yeah, most people can't see the forest through the tree.
No.
They did. That was very
that time
good.
You saw the forest in the middle of the tree.
I knew you had something. I could see the look in your eye. You were fired up, and I kind of disrupted your rhythm. Sorry about that.
No, I want to make sure I got that in because I knew what kind of comedy gold that was. Here's Collins right of the lane. Atlanta with a 1-point lead. Collins spinning. Stripped loose by Warren. Goes out of bounds. And it will remain Atlanta ball, 6 to shoot. 34-33 Atlanta. Nets have led by as much as 5. Atlanta's led by as much as 4. Forrest inbounding. Bounced it inside of Collins. Lost it out of bounds. The officials say last touch by Simmons. There's 4.6 left on the shot clock.
The defensive versatility of Ben Simmons. Now he's matched up with John Collins, who saw him out front with point guard DeJounte Murray to start the game.
Out of the left side, Jalen Johnson working around Warren, going to the rim and lays it up and in.
And again, the mentality of teams when Claxton and Durant are on the court is to attack the basket.
Yuta Watanabe in the game. Drive to the baseline. Kick it up top out of the right wing to Warren. Warren, crossover, kick it out. Curry's got it, right wing. He's bottled up, moves it across the Mills in the corner. Watanabe a three. No good. Rebounded by Jalen Johnson. Pushing it ahead to Forrest. Trent Forrest. Top of the key, hands back for Johnson. Jalen Johnson coming left with a dribble. Hands it off for Justin Holiday. Missed a long three. Rebounded by Watanabe near midcourt. Maneuvers it to the front court to the right wing. Who nearly turned it over. Now moves it to Curry out of the left side. Seth Curry handles. Cameron Simmons screen to a long three. Missed it long. Rebound grab by Collins. 36-33 Atlanta. 9:40 to go in the second. Jalen Johnson pirouetting down the lane to the rim. The layup good, and he got fouled by Curry. Jalen Johnson moving like a ballerina down the lane that time. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
He went at the spin move in the foul line area at the elbow on Seth Curry, and then was able to spin, step, and just elevate right to the rim after the contact. So an easy continuation off a spin move. That was impressive.
Free throw is good by Jalen Johnson.
He just looks like a good pro. You know what I mean? Just the eye test of Jalen Johnson.
Patty Mills brings it over the front court. Out of the right to Curry. Gives it up, gets it back. Curry circles to the foul line. Had it stripped. Loose. And grabbing it ahead is Forrest. Bounce pass in transition to Bogdanovich to the right hand. Jam for Bogdan Bogdanovich, who just checked into the game for the first time. Atlanta has jumped out to an 8-point lead here in the second quarter, and Jacques Vaughn wants a timeout. 9:20 to go in the second. 41-33 Hawks. Back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
Hey, Nets fans, from Bushwick to Brooklyn Heights, Midwood to Mapleton, Flatbush to Fort Greene, Cobble Hill to Clinton Hill. Brooklyn, has it been at least 2 months since your COVID-19 primary series or original booster? There are new booster shots designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants available. Learn about eligibility and schedule an updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Brought to you by Net sponsors Pfizer and BioNTech.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM in the Odyssey app.
Bring in the new year with the Nets as they host the San Antonio Spurs on Monday, January 2nd. Make new memories at Barclays Center with another 10 years in Brooklyn celebration. The first 5,000 fans receive a collectible replica court. Tickets available at SeatGeek.com/Nets. 9:20 to go in the second quarter. Atlanta on a run to take an 8-point lead, 41-33.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson, a big factor. He's doing an excellent job.
9-0 Atlanta run now. Watanabe moves it right for Mills, back to Utah. Utah gives it up left for Simmons, just inside the arc. finds Curry. Foul line pull-up. It won't fall. Rebounded by Bogdanovich. Bogdan Bogdanovich been bothered by a right knee soreness. Didn't start this game. He started last night's game in Indiana. Down low to Collins, spinning in the lane, and lays it up and in. John Collins with 11 points to lead the Hawks as they're on an 11-0 run.
And again, they're playing so differently than when they have Trae Young on the floor. Different guys are touching it and are loving it.
Utah Watanabe out top, cross court to the left, and we get a whistle. A foul here against Atlanta.
There's no doubt in my mind that, Trae Young is a terrific player and a great talent, but the ball is always in his hand. And that with him not on the floor, these guys would be ready to play, and they sure are. The Atlanta Hawks, they are digging in and energized.
Simmons out of the left. Collins just picked up his third personal. Warren up top. We get a traveling violation on T.J. Warren. 10-point Atlanta lead, 8:26 to go in the second. Hawks in the midst of an 11-0 run. Bogdan Bogdanovich had 31 against the Nets in that game back on December 9th. Out of the left side, Forrest with Bogdanovich. Holiday gives it right. Jalen Johnson spinning in the lane, shoots a jumper over the shoulder. Curry, it rolls around and like a roulette ball just settles in and goes in for Jalen Johnson.
He's dominant in his second unit right now.
13-0 run. Mills finds Simmons. Kick it up top. Warren pump fake. Moving left. Cut off left of the lane. Back it out Curry. Out top Mills. Three on the way. Good for Patty Mills.
Best possession in a long time for this Nets group, for the second unit group in the second quarter. The ball popped around and finally ended up in the hands of Patty Mills.
Snapped the 13-0 Atlanta run. Justin Holiday. Out top for Jalen Johnson. Gets a lane right down Peachtree Street to the rim and lays it up and in.
How about that? Mixing in Peachtree Street. But too easy. Jalen Johnson, I think he's got about 11 in his quarter.
Simmons finds Mills. Left wing three, and it's good. Patty Mills with a couple of threes.
He has been, when he's gotten his opportunities lately, Patty Mills has made the most of it.
Let's call that stay ready group. Here's Forrest in the paint. He got fouled by Curry in a pass off. Patty Mills, the ultimate pro.
Yeah.
Stays ready.
Stays ready, doesn't complain, and he gets an opportunity, and he's really helping out the Nets right now. They're in a lot of trouble without his two quick threes that he's made.
Justin Holiday's got about 6 inches on his brother Aaron. Gets it in. Bogdanovich at the foul line, and we get a foul committed here. Utah Watanabe. What did you say?
I don't know. Long holiday weekend, rather. So, I don't know. I had nothing. Not as clever as you tonight.
Justin Holiday's a bigger holiday. Collins left of the lane, working against Watanabe. Twisting shot, rolls off, no good. Warren with a rebound for Brooklyn.
John Collins is a problem for the Nets. He's getting the ball deep and he's powering at the basket. Nets were lucky he didn't finish that.
Nets in the white Pascal uniforms going left to right. Simmons bumping, gets into the black paint, turn around left-handed shot, rolls in for Ben Simmons. He's got 8 points.
That's what you want to see with Ben Simmons, an aggressive attitude when they're backing up, get into the paint, make that jump hook.
Now Trent Forrest into the game. Former Utah Jazz player. Down low to Bogdanovich. We'll get a defensive 3-second call here against the Nets. 6:30 to go in the second. Atlanta with a 47-41 lead. John Collins will go to the line, an 82% free throw shooter. Makes the first. John Collins out of Wake Forest, a Palm Beach, Florida native. Raised by his mom, who's a retired Air Force. Retired from the Air Force, I should say. Lyria, his mom. Back it out to DeJounte Murray. Murray up top, guarded by Watanabe. Takes it right to the foul line. Crossover, dotted line pull-up, no good. Rebound eludes Okongwu, taken by Mills. Finds Simmons in the middle. He sham-gods it down the lane, but then he got blocked by the rim. Hit the side of the rim on a layup attempt. Murray the other way, tried to squeeze it through defenders. Blocked. Okongwu gets it back, and he dunks it with the right hand. Wild sequence in Atlanta with a 9-point lead.
And Okongwu, the beneficiary that time of a loose ball, ends up in his hands, and he just crushed it.
Lauren, right corner three, no good. Weak side rebound grab by DeJounte Murray. As Durant saunters to the scorer's table, get ready to check back in. Bogdanovich went to spin inside, lost it. Curry diving. Simmons also diving, but it's rolling to the far side, and it's finally grabbed by Murray. Atlanta still with it, 8 to shoot. Left side, Holiday down low. Okongwu was spin to the rim, and he lays it in. And another timeout called here by Jacques Vaughn.
Some good effort diving on the floor, but Atlanta's able to retrieve it on an Okongwu again. Able to finish with ease.
5:29 to go, second quarter in Atlanta. Hawks 52, the Nets 41. On the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Get a jump start on the new year by finally losing that weight. Schedule your consultation with NJ Diet today. Their scientific approach will ensure that you lose fat quickly and safely. And NJ Diet uses hair and saliva samples along with their bioenergetic scans to personalize natural solutions and supplements that balance your hormones, where the side effect is weight loss. You'll shed a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days, and then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to help you keep it off. NJ Diet's all natural. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Full supervision is provided every step of the way, and you even get the doctor's personal email and phone number. Locations throughout the East Coast or from anywhere with live online video consultations. Call them now at 8555-NJ-DIET. That's 8555-NJ-DIET. Or schedule your consult by going to NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com, and lose the weight for good.
Are you the type of person who always expects a little more out of life? Then it might be time for a new Kia Telluride X Pro. With its redesigned grille, headlamps, and trim, this SUV is stylish enough to stand out in any setting. With its high-end tech and available surround view monitor, it's equipped to make your life easier in all different ways. With its class-leading cabin room and available second-row captain's chairs, it's comfortable enough to have you always dreaming of your next excursion. And with its high ground clearance and upgraded traction control system, it's rugged and capable enough that the trip doesn't have to end when the pavement does. With all of these premium updates and more, there's no doubt the Telluride X Pro can take you beyond your expectations and beyond that. The new Kia Telluride X Pro. Welcome to a new elevation. To learn more, visit kia.com/Telluride today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Quantities limited. Cabin space claim based on a comparison of mid-sized SUV class segmentation using manufacturer supplied data as of September 2022. Surround view monitor may not display all objects around the vehicle. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely and use caution.
Hi, this is Paddy Mills, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets Basketball on The Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Hey, Nets fans, on and off the court, knowing when to take the shot is key. Have you gotten your updated COVID-19 booster shot yet? The one designed for recent Omicron variants? Check your eligibility and schedule at vaccines.gov, sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech. 5:29 to go, second quarter. Atlanta with a 52-41 lead over the Nets. That's going to get Kevin Durant back in the game, along with Kyrie Irving.
Nets got to keep the ball out of the paint right now. The Hawks are winning the line of scrimmage. They got 32 points in the paint. Nets got to get physical, control the ball, and play better post-up defense.
Kyrie Irving out top. Moves it left. Durant to the baseline. Feeds Claxton. Jump hook with the left hand is good, and a foul is called. Nick Claxton just checking back into the game. Gets the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
You know, we talk so often about Claxton's high field goal percentage because he gets a lot of dunks. But his ability to finish difficult shots is vastly improved this year. He's got that little jump hook. We've seen him in transition. Big steps, able to finish plays. And this is a big part of it also. Just converts this free throw.
Free throw missed with another lane violation against Atlanta. And this is now in the he didn't go to the line against Cleveland. The two previous games, he got the benefit of a lane violation and then got a do-over and made the shot. He'll get another chance here.
He fools you because he brings the ball up now and then he pauses. So you get ready to block out and you can't hold. You can't help yourself but fall into the paint.
Holds it up there. Free throw on the way. This time he missed, and the rebound to Atlanta. 9-point lead for the Hawks, approaching 5 minutes to go in the second. Hawks used a 13-0 run here in the second quarter to take control. Bogdanovich, right wing three is good for Bogdanovich. The lead back up to 12.
He's their most dangerous three-point shooter. You got to stay attached to him.
Royce O'Neal into the front court. Hands back for Durant. KD with 11 to lead the Nets, and now Bogdanovich reached in and a foul is called as he fouled Durant 25 feet from the hoop.
Not sure if he made contact, but Kevin Durant sure sold it well.
On the left side, Durant. Played by Jalen Johnson. Bounce pass kicked away by Bogdanovich. A diving Durant. Tried to save it. Bogey took it away. He'll shoot a three on the other end, and it's good for Bogdanovich. And Atlanta with their largest lead. It's 15. Now Irving. Out of the right, O'Neal. Pump fake. Moves left. In the black paint with a left-hand scoop, and it's good for Royce O'Neal. His first points of the game.
Yeah, if the Nets now, they've helped themselves immensely with the runs at the end of second quarters going into halftime. They need one of those right now, Chris. Got to start on this side of the floor, though. They've got to get some stops.
Murray in the corner. Jalen Johnson right of the lane. Surrounded. Backs it out. They'll reset. Bogdanovich, a 40-footer, is no good on the rebound at Claxton.
Shot that from the peach.
Shot that from South Carolina. Up top, Durant's got it behind the arc. Coming left on a hard drive with a floater blocked. Okongwu got it, but he was out of bounds as he caught it on the way down.
We don't say that often when Kevin Durant makes the move towards the basket and extends that the shot is blocked.
Okongwu was a great shot blocker, set a USC record in Southern Cal.
Yeah, he did. In that play, as you watch, he mirrored the shot by jumping and looking to block it with his left hand. That's why he got a piece of it.
Irving in the corner to Claxton on the inbound. 10 to shoot for the Nets. They work it out top. Durant's got it. Nets down 13 with 3.5 to go in the second. Durant bumps to Johnson, pulls up left wing, a deep three. No good, but he got fouled. And 3 free throws coming for Durant as Jalen Johnson fouls him attempting a three.
Jalen Johnson, big story of the second quarter. He's up to 12 points. He really dominated early in the quarter. You know he's fired up for this matchup against Kevin Durant, but that time overzealous, trying to defend the three-point line.
Jalen Johnson only averages about 5 a game. He only plays about 15 minutes a game. Got 12 points in 15 minutes here in the first half as the free throw is good by Kevin Durant.
He was big in that in the run, in the 13-0 run that the Hawks had.
Kind of playing that DeAndre Hunter role tonight. He's out with an injury.
We talked about that. Guys get opportunities. They love this. If Durant makes the second free throw. Why teams are dangerous in the middle of their season, especially when a guy like Trae Young goes down, who dominates the basketball. Guys are all fired up to get some shots and play together so that they can play a little bit different style.
Durant makes the free throw. Makes all 3. 14 for Durant. 3:20 to go in the second. Nets down by 10. 58-48. Murray out of the right wing. Played by Claxton. Creeping forward. Crossover to the foul line with a pull-up. It is no good. Tipped by Durant ahead to Irving. Quickly to the front court. Kyrie out of the left shot. Picked up by A.J. Griffin. The step back. A long 2. No good, but Claxton tips it in, but they're going to wave it off. They'll say he had touched it when it was over the cylinder.
Good effort on the glass. He couldn't hold himself back, Claxton. The Nets can go on a defensive run. Got their length on the floor right now. Got some good size, some good length. Get some stops and get some transition going.
Pass ahead. DeJounte Murray saves into the corner to Johnson. Working along the baseline. Underneath with a reverse block by Claxton. And scripted up by Durant. Head of steam. KD, middle of the pack into the front court. Got in the air and then turned it over. Tried to give it to Claxton. Wasn't expecting it. Murray with a spin into the front court for the Hawks. Gives left to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich behind the arc on the left side with Atlanta leading by 10. 2.5 to go in the second. Claxton defensively. Bogdanovich trying to go around him. Then goes into him. In the lane with a runner. It's spun out. No good. Durant with a rebound.
Durant is ready to play. He's showing with leadership. He's tough on the glass. He's being very aggressive offensively.
KD left to right into the front court. Nets in the white Pascal uniforms. They work in the left corner. Mills a 3. It's good. Nothing but net. On a corner 3 for Patty Mills. He's 3 for 3.
Interesting to see him with this lineup out there, Patty Mills, Chris. Getting an opportunity.
Atlanta front court now. Murray in the right corner to Griffin, in front of the Atlanta bench. Out top for DeJounte Murray. Coming left, switched up with Claxton on him. Whips the bounce pass inside. Okongwu into the left hook. It's good, and a foul is called against Royce O'Neal. Onyeka Okongwu will get a chance at a three-point play.
He has been a factor. He's been physical. He's been dunking for opportunities. That time, some good footwork that Dominique Wilkins would have appreciated. See him and Vince Carter broadcasting this game. Pretty good talent.
Free throw good by Okongwu. Kevin Durant passed Tim Duncan the other night for 15th on the all-time scoring list. This year, he has already passed Vince Carter, and the next guy on the list is Dominique Wilkins. Durant with a crossover out of the lane, had it stripped, gets it back at the foul line, 10 to shoot. Gives it up, gets it back, now gives to Irving. Drives left in the lane, sideways out to Mills. Right wing three is no good, but he got fouled shooting a three.
Big minutes by Patty Mills. Come up big. Made shots. The ball's come his way. He's made 3 threes, and now he's got a chance to make 3 free throws. Hasn't really gotten this opportunity. Hasn't played with this mix hardly at all with Durant and Irving. He's usually with the reserve guys. It's been a long time.
Free throw on the way by Mills is good. If he was able to hear you right now, would say, thank you, Kappa.
Yeah, he would. Well, he's the ultimate pro, and it's just coming through. And again, the Nets on a little bit of one of those runs right now at the end of the second quarter. It's become a theme.
Free throw is good.
Patty Mills.
And the third is good. So Patty Mills makes 3 free throws. He was fouled on that miss, so he's still 3 of 3. 12 points off the bench for Patty Mills. Minute 20 to go in the second. Nets down 7. They've been down by as much as 15. A.J. Griffin up top with a crossover. Move to the right of the elbow. Down the lane. Shot blocked by O'Neal. Loose on the floor. Durant diving. Bodies on the ground. And it's out of bounds off Atlanta. It'll be Brooklyn ball as Durant and Claxton get helped up by their teammates.
Yeah, got to like. I've seen Nets on the floor getting after it in this first half, Chris. Got bodies flying around. Durant with 7 rebounds so far also.
Let the bodies hit the floor. That's the song. 11-3 run for the Nets. Durant out top. Bumping with Aaron Holiday. Moves it right. Mills has it. Down low to Irving. Quick spin out. Bottled up. Try to pass it across, and it goes out of bounds. They shut it over.
And Royce O'Neal is supposed to be in the corner. That's where Kyrie passed it. Gave a little my bad to him.
REM is from Georgia, Capper, and
that's me in the corner.
There was nobody in the corner. Here's Murray up top, working against Claxton. Driving it left, going to the rim with a left-hand floater off the window, and it's good for DeJounte Murray.
Not an easy finish. Guys are so good at finishing. And again, their ability to get it high and soft off the glass.
9-point lead for Atlanta. 28 seconds to go in the first half. Durant with it out of the key. To the elbow. Feeds down low to Claxton. Tried a one-time, but he rushed it. He missed, but he back-tapped it out to Durant. That's been reset. Durant. 10 to shoot, 17 to go in the half. Spin out, draws a double, floater on the way, no good, but he got fouled. He tossed it up when he felt the contact. And Kevin Durant will get 2 free throws here. With 14 seconds to go in the half, the Nets down by 9.
Hawks, showing a little bit of their inexperience as the second quarter has gone on in following jump shooters. Fouled Patty Mills on a 3, and now they fouled Kevin Durant.
KD at the line. Free throw is good. Durant, 6th in the NBA in scoring. 3rd in the NBA in total points. Coming off a 32-point game against Cleveland. He's got 15 tonight to lead Brooklyn. Again, had 55, a career high last time he was in this building in Atlanta. That was in April of last season. It was also the night that, remember, North Carolina beat Duke in the Final Four because we were watching the game right after the game. As the free throw is good by Kevin Durant. Atlanta with a 63-56 lead. Shot clock is off. Hawks can hold for the final shot of the first half. Down to 8 seconds to go. And the black Peachtree uniforms going right to left. Front court Murray. Irving reaching. Murray keep it away. Pulls up a deep three. Banker at the horn. No good. And the teams go to the locker room with Atlanta leading by 7 in that first half.
All things considered, though, the Nets end up on a pretty good run at the end of the second quarter to really help out their crowd.
Outscoring Atlanta 13-5 over the last 4 minutes of that first half. So Atlanta's lead was as much as 15. It is now down to 7 at the break. We'll take a timeout. We're going to hear from Brian Taylor, former ABA Net, when we come back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
In today's world, it's more important than ever to surround yourself with people and companies you can trust that will help you through some of the toughest decisions you've ever had to make. Whether you're looking to reopen your business or buy or rent a new home, Hub International is by your side. Visit Hub's Coronavirus Resource Center at hubinternational.com. Whether you're looking for help on business insurance, employee benefits, retirement planning, or even how to file for unemployment benefits, you'll get the information you need. Because at Hub International, our mission is to help you protect what matters most.
Oh, look at Cyrus asleep in my lap. I wonder what he dreams about. A bottomless buffet of cat food? Maybe a sunroom for destroying rare plants. The world's largest scratching post. Ooh, I could give him a chance at all his dreams with New York Lottery holiday scratch-off games, like VIP Millions. Ooh, I should stand up now before my legs start dreaming too.
Give the gift that dreams are made of with prizes up to $5 million. You must be 18 years or older to purchase a lottery ticket. Please gift responsibly.
Hydrate with Brooklyn Nets Sports Water. Nets fans can show their team pride with Nets Sports Water, a high-quality, superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Whether it's quenching your thirst after a big game or taking a sip while you're on the go, let Nets Sports Water be your go-to for hydration. Now available in our sustainable, eco-friendly aluminum bottle. Refill and rep the Nets as you help contribute to a more sustainable future. Find Nets Sports Water at Barclays Center or shop online at GoWaterCo.com.
Hi, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
At the half in Atlanta, the Hawks with a 63-56 lead over the Nets. Chris Carino back with you on my Voice of the Nets podcast. A couple weeks ago, I had a chance to talk with former Net ABA star Brian Taylor, the BT Express Jersey guy at a Perth Amboy High School, went on to play at Princeton, and then in the ABA with the Nets. Sat down with him for a conversation before a recent game at Barclays Center. You can hear the whole conversation on the Voice of the Nets podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Here's a little snippet of my conversation with Brian Taylor.
When the Nets went to the NBA, I mean, we hear all the time about those great ABA championship teams, but we know famously they sell Dr. J, right? They trade you. If that team had stayed together, I'm curious to know what the NBA was like, how you found the NBA when you first got to the NBA in terms of the competition, how it measured up, and what that Nets ABA team, if they had stayed together, how good could they have been right away in the NBA?
Oh, we would have been great for no doubt in my mind that we would have been very, very competitive. And I'll get to that. So let me finish the answer to your first question, how I even wound up with the Nets.
Okay.
Rather than going to the NBA. So I wasn't thinking about turning pro after my junior year. I was one of the first guys to leave college to go turn pro. Of course, Dr. J did it the year before. Spencer Haywood opened the door with the Supreme Court decision, and then, of course, consequently, the NBA instituting the hardship rule.
Okay.
Of course, I entered into the hardship draft, but Coach Carnesecca showed interest and Roy Bowles showed interest in me at the end of my junior year. I was having a great year at Princeton. And they invited me to come see a game in Long Island. And that was when they had Rick Barry. And they were in the finals against Indiana.
Yeah.
And I went to one of the games and my eyes were just wide open with the red, white, and blue ball and Nassau Coliseum and being so close to home in the Belt Parkway. Like, boy, is this really true that they were interested in me leaving college to go play pro ball? And so I really didn't even care too much about the NBA. I knew I'd be playing professional basketball in the ABA close to home where my family and my friends and the fans could come see me play. And I committed to the Nets before the NBA draft.
Okay.
And so there was word out that Seattle was interested in me, and the question was, did I sign or didn't I sign? They didn't know. But I think they finally figured out that I was going to go to the Nets, and they drafted me as their second pick in the second round, just as security in case that wasn't true. But my heart was always set on the red, white, and blue ball, playing with the New York Nets in Long Island. And so, having the 4 great years here and then going into the NBA, we were also motivated because we were like second-class citizens. People didn't believe that we were good enough to be in the NBA because we were in the ABA. And so we were all psyched up to prove otherwise that we deserved to be in the NBA, and not only deserved to be in the NBA, but we were bringing a whole new style and a whole new era into the NBA. And my initial reaction to the NBA was, come on, guys, can't you keep up? It was a half-court game.
Yeah.
And here we're coming playing with the Nets and the ABA, playing with Dr. J on one side and Larry Keenan on the other side, and, Super John and the Whopper, during that first championship team. Man, what a team. I mean, you think about it. Larry Keenan on one side, Dr. J on the other, and the Whopper winds up playing more years than everybody except maybe Dr. J.
That is Brian Taylor, former ABA star with the Nets. Find out more about Brian. You can hear the rest of the conversation. It's the Voice of the Nets podcast with me, Chris Carino, wherever you get your podcast.
How about how engaging he was? I mean, the way he spoke in the enthusiasm of bringing back those memories of being a Net. I thought it was just a beautiful interview.
A Princeton guy. We talk about his time there at Princeton. Even after he blows out his Achilles, ends his 10-year professional career, ends up back at Princeton, living in the dorms, getting his degree. You can go listen to that on the Voice of the Nets podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, we'll peruse the stat sheet, break down the first half for you. Nets are down at the break, 63-56 to the Hawks. Back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Searching for ways to save energy and make your home more comfortable? National Grid, a proud partner of the Brooklyn Nets, is here to help. It all starts by wrapping your home with layers of comfort and savings to keep extreme temperatures out and savings in. From replacement windows to air sealing and insulation, we have exclusive rebates available to help weatherize your home. It's all part of our Total Home Comfort program. Learn more at ngrid.com/EE.
Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is redefining the rehabilitation experience. Whatever your age or medical condition, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center will be there to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Their award-winning premier facility provides you with an unsurpassed level of care. Whether you need short-term or long-term care or 24-hour nursing services, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is there to put you and your loved ones first. Call 718-636-1000 to schedule a tour today. That's 718-636-1000.
Todd is in love.
Sarah, I've never felt this way before.
But he's about to find out that sometimes when you chase after love,
I'm moving to Paris.
you've got to step on the gas. Because this isn't your classic holiday rom-com. It's a Nissan event ad.
Wait, what?
Featuring a powerful performance by Nissan Rogue.
Oh, come on.
Todd?
I'm coming with you.
Get a low $199 per month lease on Altima.
Get your heart racing at Nissan's Thrill of the Drive event.
Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com.
Don't let true love or these offers slip away.
For well-qualified customers subject to NMAC credit approval, take from new dealer stock. See dealer for financing details. $24.24 initial payment for 18 months on 2023 Altima. Excludes tax, title, license, and $650 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease end. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 1/3/23.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with Chris and the Capper on the Fan.
Nets down 7. Capper, you always point to the stat sheet in field goal attempts.
Yeah.
It'll give you a good indication of what's going on in rebounding, turnovers. Nets 11 less field goal attempts than Atlanta in that first
Yeah, and oftentimes it has a lot to do with rebounding. It used to be all about rebounding. Tonight, it is about turnovers. The Nets with 8 turnovers, and the Hawks are able to run down the floor and make plays, but the Nets have not forced any turnovers on this Hawk team. They only have 1 turnover in that first half. So a difference of 7 in the turnover department is a reason for those extra shot opportunities. And, I thought I thought the Hawks were engaged. They were into it. They were active. We said they would because Trae Young wouldn't be playing and other guys would get opportunities. They are alive. I thought Kevin Durant came out with high energy. I think he's been aggressive. He's got 16. He had 8 rebounds in that first half, 5 assists, where the Nets hurt themselves and they got behind. Well, they didn't start out. The first quarter wasn't great, but the beginning of the second quarter, they went out there and, you don't have Kyrie on the floor. You don't have Kevin Durant. You're kind of showing a different little look in that time period where you had Ben Simmons and you had Utah Watanabe, you had Seth Curry and Patty Mills out on the floor, and there was kind of a different look than they had in T.J. Warren. I thought Patty Mills played well, and then he came back on the floor and played well. He gave the Nets a nice boost.
Yeah, Mills came in and knocked down all 3 of his shot attempts. There's 3 of 3 from the line. He had 12 points. He's their second leading scorer. Kevin Durant with 16 to lead the Nets. Kyrie Irving only attempted 5 shots in that first half. He's got 8 points. So do Claxton and Simmons. The Atlanta Hawks are led by John Collins has 12 and Jalen Johnson with 12 points off the bench. Nets were down by as much as 15 and right now trail 63 to 56 at the halftime break. Nets trying to extend their winning streak to an NBA season high 10 straight games. We'll see if they can do it. The second half is coming up from Atlanta on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites, and with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries with a minimum purchase of $1 when the Nets win on the road. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. All for limited time only through Nets season at participating McDonald's. Valid the day after Nets win any away game. McDonald's app download and registration required.
You've heard your friends talking about the stock market lately. Enter the market confidently with Webull, the trading app that provides new investors with educational content and learning tools right at your fingertips. Invest on your own terms with powerful resources to make informed decisions on an intuitive platform that makes it seamless. Join millions of users today, learning, sharing, and investing with the Webull app. Consider your investment risks carefully. Webull Financial, LLC.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand. Urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
Holiday gifts are only as good as the network they're on. So give your family the gift of Verizon. Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans and another gift, like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbud. All on us. A service plan is required for gifts. Only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
What up, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with Chris and the Capper on the Fan.
Nets have won 5 straight road games, and a couple of them, they have fallen behind big to teams that you're expecting them to beat. And they've been able to come back. We saw that in Toronto. We saw that in Detroit. part of this 9-game winning streak. If they're going to keep it going to 10, they're going to have to do that again tonight in Atlanta. They trail 63-56 at the half.
They've gotten good leadership, though, from Kevin Durant. I think he's really aggressive. His attitude rebounding the ball. He's got 8 rebounds. They're blocking shots. They're active. Guys are getting on the floor. I think it's more of a compliment to Atlanta. They came out really ready to get after it, and they were playing at a high level. What the Nets got here in the second half.
Nets currently in the 3rd spot in the Eastern Conference, a half game in front of the Cavaliers, and a half game behind the Bucks. 2.5 games behind Boston for the top spot in the Eastern Conference and the best record in the NBA. Atlanta with the ball in the black with the peach trim and numbers. Atlanta inscript across the chest as they move left to right, and we get a whistle and a foul away from the play. It's going to go against Kevin Durant, his first foul of the game.
Remember, at the beginning of the game, there was hardly any fouls called. The energy, the tempo was up and down the floor. See if that affects the Hawks or the Nets in this game.
Collins left in the lane with a pull-up, won't go. Tip won't fall from Okongwu, and Claxton comes down with it. Relatively few fouls in the first half. Only 15 personal fouls between the two teams in the first half of this game. Simmons moves it right. O'Neal's got it behind the arc.
Trying to
by Aaron Holiday.
Post Durant on Okongwu.
They do. Right in the lane. Durant feeds Claxton, and a reverse two-hand slam for Nick Claxton. He caught it with his back to the rim and dunked it behind his head.
Dunked it fast. That happened really quick. On the catch, went up and slammed it backwards.
A.J. Griffin out of the left side for Atlanta. Out top to Dejounte Murray. Cut off by Claxton to the foul line with a pull-up, but it's no good. And a foul over the back on Claxton. That'll be his first personal.
Some numbers that jump out at you in that the Hawks are able to shoot over 50% in the first half from the field, and the Nets only forced 1 turnover against a team that's relatively inexperienced out there. A lot of young players getting a chance.
Between the circles now, Holiday moves it left. Collins hands to Murray. Left side, pulls up, breaking the arc. A 3 is in and out, no good, and Claxton comes down with a rebound. Nick Claxton played collegiately at Georgia. Gets it to Simmons, right of the lane, drive it inside, knocked it out of bounds. It'll remain net ball. Claxton grew up in Greenville, South Carolina. Less than a 2-hour drive from Atlanta, so his parents, Nicole and Charles in attendance in Atlanta tonight. Here's Irving, left corner 3, off the inbound, missed it, hit the side of the rim, rebounded by Atlanta. Into the front court, Griffin hands to Collins. Up top, Aaron Holiday, driving it left, cut off by Claxton. Try to go baseline, turned aside, back it out Collins. Maneuvering through defense, down the lane to the rim, and it spins out, no good. Rebounded by Durant. Nets down 5, minute and a half gone here in the third. Irving, out of the right side, Durant, right back to Kyrie, between the circles now. 63-58 Atlanta. Finds a rolling Claxton in the lane, a bump, a leaner, it's good, and a foul is called. And Nick Claxton with a 3-point play opportunity as the Nets have trimmed this lead to 3.
How about that? Another example of Nick Claxton. You know, the high shooting percentage, again, isn't all dunks. He's got great agility. Was able to use his right hand that time after contact. Shoot about a 5-footer off the backboard. Now a chance for an old school 3-point play.
Comes straight up. Another lane violation here as he does make it, so they won't call it because Collins had jumped into the lane. 63-61 Atlanta. 10-10 to go third quarter. Murray into the front court for the Hawks. Moves it right. A.J. Griffin. Son of Adrian Griffin, a Seton All-Star. They work it down low. Okongwu going to work with a right hook. No good. Rebounded by Durant.
And great assistant coach out with the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, Adrian Griffin. Here's Simmons down the lane, barreling through. Blocked by Okongwu. Loose on the floor. Picked up by Aaron Holiday for the Hawks. Ahead to Murray. Driving it on Durant, who rejects it to the corner. Dives to save it, and he puts it off Griffin out of bounds. Wow, what an effort from Kevin Durant.
Unbelievable effort by Durant that time. Staying with the play, rejecting it, and running it down in the corner. He's been all over the place all night with his aggression, and you got to feel that's got to carry over to his teammates. Excellent, incredible effort.
If Kevin Durant is hustling like that and diving, you have no choice. You're his teammate. A steal, though, on the other end, and Murray go to the rim, and he'll lay it in. So after that brilliant save by Durant, the Nets end up turning it over, and Atlanta goes back up by 4.
And again, turnovers are the difference in this game. Nets aren't forcing them, and the Hawks aren't committing them right now.
Durant, fadeaway, right of the lane is good. KD with 18.
He looks like the Dirk Nowitzki statue right there.
65-63, Atlanta. 9 minutes to go in the third. DeJounte Murray, cut off by Claxton, moves it left. Collins a 3. Airballed it. Might have been deflected. Simmons controls as Durant had gotten his hand up. Durant gets it now. Right corner 3. Short, no good. Could have given the Nets the lead. Atlanta with a rebound. 8:42 to go in the third. Okongwu hands back. Griffin working right. Down the lane. Right hand scoop. Blocked for the goaltend against Nick Claxton.
Claxton with 3 blocks already in this game, but that time didn't get it early enough against Griffin.
Just on the way down. Got a piece of it.
He doesn't get called for that many goaltenders, Nick Claxton. The rarity.
Royce O'Neal now into the front court. Played by Griffin. Dribble handoff for Irving. Steps left. That's 3 on the way. Is short. Long rebound to Kyrie. He'll hoist it again. Knocks that one down. And a timeout called by Nate McMillan as the Nets have cut the Atlanta lead to 1. 8:20 to go, third quarter. Atlanta 67 to the Nets 66 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Town Fair Tire became New England's #1 discount tire dealer by giving you the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. And with over 100 stores from Connecticut to Maine, we'll beat anybody's price. Other dealers, we beat them. Warehouse clubs, we beat them. Online sites, we beat them all every day. So remember, for the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Premium vehicle value. Right now at Volvo Cars Ramsey, they're offering a loyalty bonus on the most popular Volvo models. New 2023 Volvo XC60 all-wheel drive, lease for $489 per month, or get a great buy on over 100 Volvo demo vehicles. Visit their entire inventory at VolvoCarsRamsey.com. Call 201-977-1122 for lease details. MSRP $52,990. VIN number P1268932. 48082 at signing, plus tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. Ends 1/3/23.
Get a jump start on the new year by finally losing that weight. Schedule your consultation with NJ Diet today. Their scientific approach will ensure that you lose fat quickly and safely. NJ Diet uses hair and saliva samples along with their bioenergetic scans to personalize natural solutions and supplements that balance your hormones, where the side effect is weight loss. You'll shed a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days, and then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to help you keep it off. NJ Diet's all natural. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Full supervision is provided every step of the way, and you even get the doctor's personal email and phone number. Locations throughout the East Coast or from anywhere with live online video consultations. Call them now at 8555-NJ-DIET. That's 8555-NJ-DIET. Or schedule your consult by going to NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com, and lose the weight for good.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with Chris and the Capper on the Fan.
Vote the Brooklyn way and send your favorite Nets to the 23 NBA All-Star Game. Head to BrooklynNets.com/All-Star to vote now. Support the squad. Send your Nets to Salt Lake City. And Nick Claxton bringing us back to break. Capper, you might make a little argument for going to the All-Star Game. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 4 blocked shots in this game for Nick Claxton.
He has just been really good for a real long time now. I don't know if he's all-star caliber. I know he would let you know he was. I just think he's been terrific. And a great finisher. Obviously his efficiency.
Atlanta with the ball. A.J. Griffin working up top. Pulls up, jumper. Is rolling around, comes off the rim, no good. Rebound being volleyed to Okongwu. Turn shot rejected by Claxton out of bounds. His 5th blocked shot of the game.
Right there on cue. I'm kind of knocking him a little bit.
What are you saying I'm not an all-star caliber? Here you go, Capper. I'll show you. Second in blocks in the NBA this season. Averaging nearly 12 points and 9 rebounds a game. Aaron Holiday, left side. Drives right, kick it to the right side. A.J. Griffin a three, and it's no good. Rebounded by Simmons. Nets with a chance to take the lead. Simmons out of the left side. O'Neal in the front court for Brooklyn. Back to Simmons. Coming right. Durant wants into the post up against the smaller Murray. Double team. Finds a cutting Simmons. Rejected by Okongwu. Atlanta the other way. Murray into the front court. Crossover around Durant. Going to the rim and lays it in with the left hand off the window.
A lot of rejection in Atlanta tonight.
You getting flashbacks, Trevor? Atlanta with a 69-66 lead. 7:20 to go in the third. O'Neal out of the right wing. Up top, Claxton. Hands back Irvin. Irvin splits defenders. Going to the rim. Lobbed it up, and Simmons caught it and laid it in.
Terrific, unselfish play that time. Kyrie could have tried to navigate it off the glass, but elected to drop it off to Simmons.
Atlanta with the ball in a 1-point lead. 7 minutes to go in the third. Murray, elbow jumper, good. DeJounte Murray with 17 to lead Atlanta. Was playing without Trae Young tonight. Simmons behind the back dribble, gets into the paint, kick it out O'Neal, left wing three. In and out, no good. Tip up and no good by Kyrie Irving, and Atlanta control. Murray into the front court. Cross court, Aaron Holiday. Down low, Collins. Spin out to the rim. Knocked to the ground by Claxton. A foul on Nick Claxton. That'll be his first personal foul.
It was impressive that time. Good little kick up the floor. Go with the Holiday on the left and right down to Collins, who has been impressive with his aggression all over the floor. Quick, old-school power move by Collins.
Collins has been the subject of a lot of trade rumors. Makes the free throw. You know, whether or not they want to invest a lot of money in John Collins, knowing that they already have a lot of money invested in some young players. Second free throw is no good. Collins would also probably get them a lot back in a trade.
Yeah, he sure would. I think an interesting, not interesting, he's a good talent.
4-point lead for Atlanta. 6:25 to go in the third. Durant charges into Okongwu with a foul is called against Onyeka Okongwu. So Durant will get himself to the free throw line where he's 5 for 5 tonight.
It's one of those nights when you're getting unbelievable leadership just on the intensity by which Kevin Durant is playing. Now, the one play was obvious where he blocked the shot and dove out of bounds. But he's also been on the floor other times. He's been really focused, determined. How about his rebounding numbers so far? Because he's up to 11.
This one goes to 11. 19 points, 11 rebounds.
I haven't heard a lot much about from you the Bundesliga. How's that league going?
On the free throw good by Durant, in the newest edition of the Voice of the Nets podcast, Capper, I interviewed Ronnie Burrell, the head coach of the Long Island Nets, who played in the Bundesliga.
Of course.
In Germany. We talked about that a little bit. Loved his time in Germany. Lob for Collins, a two-hand slam, and he got fouled. Credit A.J. Griffin for the nice pass. John Collins credits him as well. He points at the rookie. And now Collins go to the line with a chance at a three-point play, trying to make it a 5-point lead for Atlanta.
A.J. Griffin is a complete basketball player. Every facet of the game he's got down, and that time, beautiful delivery to John Collins. Can't help but think of a Tom Collins all the time.
Free throw is no good from John Collins. See where your head is at.
And Maraschino's cherry on top of that dunk.
Here's Durant. Through two defenders going to the rim. Missed the shot. Claxton a rebound. And he had his back to the basket, and he scores on a right hook.
That's his fourth point with his back to the basket.
74-72 Atlanta. 5:47 to go in the third. Murray underneath with a wild reverse, no good. Loose on the floor, scooped up by Durant. Durant up the right sideline, finds Kyrie Irving. Quick drive, stops, backs up, fade away. Shot rolls off, no good. Rebounded by Atlanta. That could have tied it. Atlanta now goes the other way with a 2-point lead. Collins up top, played by Claxton. Hands it left. Aaron Holiday. Cut off by Irving. He got shoved and an offensive foul against Aaron Holiday.
Nice, great job by Kyrie Irving that time, showing the defensive mentality that has really upped his his defensive game and really helped the Nets. He's been able to dig in, and that time drew a charge on the initial dribbler. That's not easy to do. The guy you're guarding, your primary defense, guy you're defending.
Nets will get Utah Watanabe into the game, replacing Ben Simmons. Bogdanovich comes in for Atlanta. Watanabe and Warren both coming in. Claxton and Simmons go out.
So watch the rotations right now for the Nets and see. We can stay sharp. Irving's going to handle the ball out without Ben Simmons on the floor.
Kyrie hounded by Holiday, gets into the front court, passed him in the lane with a floater, and it's good. And the game is tied at 74.
Gets into the paint, and then an ode to Kobe Bryant with that left-handed jumper from about 10 feet.
5 minutes to go in the third. We're all even at 74. Bogdanovich out top for Atlanta. Curls right down the lane, going to the rim, and lays it up and in.
Too easy right there. Bogdanovich not known for his ability to attack the basket. Got there too easily.
Like he had the peach pass there in Atlanta. Here's Irving. Working right. Pump fake. Spinning. Fade away. That's no good. That looked like Kobe, but it didn't go in.
Yeah, everything's peach in Atlanta.
Here's Bogdanovich out of the right wing. Atlanta with a 2-point lead. 4.5 to go in the third. They're in the Peachtree uniform. Black uniforms, peach letters and numbers. Left side, 3 by Holiday, no good. Rebound corralled by Kevin Durant. Up the right wing. Gives it up, middle of the pack to Warren. Out of the left to O'Neal. Left open, shoots a 3. Hit off the side of the rim, goes out of bounds. Hit the side of the old peach basket.
Yeah, you're on fire. Nets are not knocking down to his threes like we've seen them. You know, I mean, they're not awful tonight. They're 7 of 18. It hasn't been automatic for guys like Royce O'Neal. They've got to find a way just to grind this out. And again, Durant's leadership has been unbelievable.
76-74 Atlanta. They've got the ball, approaching 4 minutes to go in the third. Away from the play, Royce O'Neal got hung up with Bogdanovich and a foul on Royce O'Neal. That'll put the Nets over the limit. And that'll put Bogdanovich at the line. Edmund Sumner going to make his first appearance in this game, replacing Kyrie Irving. As Bogdanovich, who spent time in Russia and Turkey prior to coming to the NBA, did not play in the Bundesliga, makes the free throw. Misses that free throw, in and out.
He's got one of the great-looking shooting strokes in the NBA. Just perfect form. As he missed that first free throw, but sure looked good.
Part of the Serbian national team, makes the second free throw. Now 16 of 19 on the season from the line is Bogdanovich. Gets into the front court of the white Basquiat-inspired uniforms. They give it to Durant, out of the circle. Cross court, Watanabe, touching the corner to Warren. Warren driving along the baseline. Feeds O'Neal at the rim, and he lays it up and in.
Versatility of T.J. Warren that time. Driving and then dishing across the paint.
3:40 to go in the third. Nets down 1. Atlanta with the ball. Holiday to the foul line, out to Jalen Johnson. Spin out, down the lane, kick it to the corner. Collins wide open, no good on the shot. Rebound, though, deflects to Murray. Atlanta still with it. Murray in the lane with a runner, no good. Rebounded by Durant. Nets can take the lead with a bucket. They move it to the front court, right to left. Durant, right wing. Backs it out, O'Neal. 3:20 to go in the third. Durant resets, right of the lane, draws an extra defender. Pass deflected, Watanabe grabs it, though. Back it out, O'Neal. Fumbled it. Gives to Utah. Right wing 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Atlanta.
Double teams coming to Durant. So he's going to have to pick them apart. Guys are going to have to make plays.
Atlanta with a 1-point lead in the ball. 3 minutes to go in the third. Bogdanovich out top. Moves between the circles to Murray. DeJounte Murray comes right on a Collins screen. Has Durant on him with a switch. Takes it left. Kick it to the corner. Johnson a 3. No good. Too strong. Warren hits the rebound to himself for Brooklyn. Again, the Nets with a chance to take the lead. 2:40 to go in the third. Warren along the near side. Hands to O'Neal. Watanabe gets it to the right wing. Wants to get it to Durant and does. Other defender coming, knocks it away. Steal by Atlanta. Pass ahead. Johnson going to the rim, and he dunks him with the right hand. 3-point lead for the Hawks at 2:20 to go in the third.
And they double-teamed Durant from the bottom side. Aaron Holiday stuck in behind. He never saw him, Kevin Durant. They're able to get another turnover. Again, that's what's giving them the lead, is the difference in turnovers.
11 turnovers for Brooklyn.
Only 2 for Atlanta.
Up top, O'Neal a 3, and it's good, and it ties the game at 79. Kevin Durant with the pass, his 7th assist.
Yeah, they're double teaming him, so what does he do? It makes him pay for it.
Bogdanovich out of the left wing. Played by O'Neal. They bump. Bogdanovich with O'Neal all over him. Can't get free. Stripped loose, and O'Neal comes up with a steal. Oh, and he got the bench charged up after that. Durant now in the front court. KD, trap, finds O'Neal down the lane. Cross court, Sumner. Sumner to the foul line. Spins back. Fade away in the lane. No good, air ball in Atlanta with a rebound. And then it's kicked by Warren at a bounds. Look at a timeout. With a minute 29 to go in the third. The Nets and the Hawks all tied at 79 in Atlanta. Back after this on the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM. It's streaming on the free Odyssey app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, goals into growth, and empowering our clients with financial solutions that deliver results. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
Holiday gifts are only as good as the network they're on. So give your family the gift of Verizon. Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans and another gift, like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds. All on us. A service plan is required for gifts. Only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for other details.
At Lowe's, it pays to be a pro. Now through January 6th, Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards members earn 1 bonus point for every $1 spent on qualifying purchases with a Lowe's Business Credit Account. Redeem bonus points for cool rewards for your business. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards today to start earning. Subject to credit approval, Lowe's terms and exclusions. See Lowe's.com/MVP's bonus points and Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms for details. U.S. only.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, goals into growth, and empowering our clients with financial solutions that deliver results. Barclays, powering possible.
G'day, this is Patty Mills, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball with Chris and the Kappa on the Fan.
Hey, Nets fans, from Bushwick to Brownsville to Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Have you gotten your updated COVID-19 booster shot yet? The one designed for recent Omicron variants. Check eligibility and schedule at vaccines.gov, sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech. Minute 29 to go, third quarter in Atlanta. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw with you. The Nets and the Hawks tied at 79. Nets have been down by as much as 15 in this game.
Yeah, well, digging in defensively here in this third quarter, Chris, big difference. They gave up 30 in the first quarter, 33 in the second. They've only given up 16 points so far here in the third.
Atlanta in the black, the peach trim with white Atlanta inscripted across the chest. Nets in the white Basquiat jerseys. Atlanta going left to right. Bogdanovich, top of the key jumper. No good, too strong. Rebounded by Okongwu. Okongwu spin out to the rim, blocked by Durant. Blocked again by Durant, but a foul on KD, and he's angry about the call. Pleading with James Williams, the official. Nets lead the NBA in blocks per game. It's been a very cleanly played game in terms of fouls committed. Only 11 for each side. That's in the entire game.
Kevin Durant so fired. Okongwu has really impressed me tonight. He is a quick, athletic leaper, able to finish plays.
Makes the first free throw. The sixth pick in the 2020 NBA draft, who was injured. And he misses that second free throw. Southern California guy. Is Atlanta 1-point lead. Front court, Edmund Summerhandling, top of the key. Finds a curling Watanabe, going to the rim, and he lays it up and in off the window with the left hand. First points for Utah Watanabe, and the Nets had their first lead since it was 33-32. They come back from 15 down to take the lead. Now Murray up top. Right sideline it goes. Trent Forrest to the game, right of the lane. Tiptoe along the baseline. Whips the pass out to Bogdanovich, left wing in front of a standing Jacques Vaughn, the net head coach. Down low to Murray, trying to force it inside. Broke it up. And a shot clock violation as the Nets forced a turnover.
Swarming defense led by Royce O'Neal. Royce O'Neal has been terrific in this third quarter. Just flying all over the floor. Kevin Durant's determination on defense, the help, recovery, and they have different defensive disposition here in the third.
O'Neal now brings it across. Gives it up for Sumner just inside the arc. Slightly left. Now comes to the head of the arc. Gives to Durant. Durant with Okongwu leaning on him. Turns just inside the arc. Crossover. Drives right. Pump fake. Got Okongwu to swarm and knock him down. Twisted one up at the side of the rim. No good. But Durant will be helped up off the floor. And he'll walk to the free throw line with 11.8 seconds to go in the third. The Nets with a 1-point lead. Durant, 20 points, 14 rebounds, which is a season high. He's got 7 assists and 3 blocks.
Great evaluation as Okongwu was on him as Durant makes that first free throw. He was dancing. He almost always just goes into his jump shot because he can shoot over people. But Okongwu is this aggressive, active, young player that's going to bite on a quick pump fake. Kevin Durant knew that. He set it up perfectly, and that's why he's at the free throw line.
Durant made the first. Second on the way is good. Durant 9 for 9 from the free throw line. 83-80 Brooklyn. 10 seconds to go in the third. They were down 7 at the half. Murray out of the left side. Played by Watanabe. Low crossover to the elbow with a pull-up. No good. Rebounded by Sumner. And the third quarter comes to an end. The Nets, though, outscore Atlanta 27-17. In the third quarter, they will become a 15-point deficit, have a 3-point lead as we go to the fourth on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Are you the type of person who always expects a little more out of life? Then it might be time for a new Kia Telluride X Pro. With its redesigned grille, headlamps, and trim, this SUV is stylish enough to stand out in any setting. With its high-end tech and available surround view monitor, it's equipped to make your life easier in all different ways. With its class-leading cabin room and available second-row captain's chairs, it's comfortable enough to have you always dreaming of your next excursion. And with its high ground clearance and upgraded traction control system, it's rugged and capable enough that the trip doesn't have to end when the pavement does. With all of these premium updates and more, there's no doubt the Telluride X Pro can take you beyond your expectations and beyond that. The new Kia Telluride X Pro. Welcome to a new elevation. To learn more, visit kia.com/Telluride today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Quantities limited. Cabin space claim based on a comparison of mid-sized SUV class segmentation using manufacturer-supplied data as of September 2022. Surround view monitor may not display all objects around the vehicle. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely and use caution.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. You definitely don't want your heating system to fail this winter. There's only one company to call for a heating tune-up. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 35 years. Schedule your system tune-up now to keep your home warm. If your current system is over 15 years old, it's time to upgrade to a high-efficiency Carrier system. Take it from me. You'll save money and stay warm. These guys are experts. Contact my friends right now at EdisonHVAC.com. That's EdisonHVAC.com.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, like Andrew.
I'm Andrew, and I live in Sylmar, California. I'm a freelance artist, photographer, and musician, so I love that Cricket is an affordable way to get unlimited data with 5G. I'm dropping an album this winter, and my Cricket phone was a huge part of making it happen. Calling my producer, brainstorming, sending over ideas, everything.
Join Cricket Nation and see for yourself at cricketwireless.com. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer pays for testimonial. Speed restrictions apply. Fees, terms, and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Hi, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Kevin Durant, 22 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, a couple of blocks. And the Nets have come back from 15 down to take a 3-point lead. Durant will get a rest here as we start the fourth quarter in Atlanta.
Well, his energy is just rubbed off on everybody. Not that guys wouldn't play hard, but when you see your leader, one of the best players in the NBA, doing what he's doing, not just scoring, it's been the rebounding, the hustle, the diving on the floor, really makes a difference. I was really impressed with Royce O'Neal in that third quarter also. He dug in hard also.
Irving out of the right wing for Brooklyn, playing with Durant on the bench. Irving with a crossover, bounce it left. Warren, jump stop in the paint, floater, good for T.J. Warren. Was Atlanta in his zone there, Captain?
Yeah, well, a little bit, and then they went to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving made a smart move there. He could have shot it, and this is his time. It was just doubling Kyrie.
First points for Warren. Other end, Jalen Johnson, open three in the corner is no good. Claxton with a rebound. Irving, long pass ahead. Watanabe beat the defense. Shot was blocked, though, by Jalen Johnson. Blocked the layup, a chase down. Atlanta the other way. Forrest with a crossover, driving it right. Backs it out. Griffin, right wing, a deep three. No good. Kyrie Irving amongst the trees gets the rebound. Ahead now to Simmons into the front court. Ben feeds Warren, right on the lane. Back it in the rookie Griffin. Turnaround, 14-footer, no good off the side of the rim. Bogdanovich with a rebound for Atlanta. Nets with a 5-point lead. 10:50 to go in the fourth. Bogdanovich out of the right wing. Bogdanovich coming right, picked up by Irving in a switch. Out top Johnson. Between the circles to Forrest, moves it left for Griffin. 6 to shoot for Atlanta. Down low to Collins, muscling his way inside. A hook won't go, but a foul on T.J. Warren. Good patience there by Atlanta to set up Collins.
Yeah, he got deep post position right in the middle of the paint. We saw that early in the game with his ability to get it and then utilize the jump hook. See how the Nets play now with Durant on the bench. This is usually the Kyrie Irving time to look to be aggressive offensively. That's why in the previous possession where the Warren scored a couple possessions back, I was impressed that Kyrie could have shot the ball, but made the simple extra pass to T.J. Warren.
Collins makes the first free throw. It's also probably a big reason why we've seen such big fourth quarters out of Kyrie Irving, is that free throw is good. This is the time where with Durant out, he's going to get the ball, and he gets in a rhythm.
Yeah, he gets in a rhythm because this is time. Yeah, it's his time to take over.
Irving working right, cut off by Collins, twists up a fadeaway in the baseline, and it's good. Right on cue for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, exactly. And then he kind of keeps going, and when Durant comes back out of the floor, if he's still got it going, Kevin Durant will defer to him some.
5-point lead for Brooklyn, matching their largest lead of the night. We get a whistle and a traveling call as Jalen Johnson was trying to work it inside to Collins, and he was being denied by Claxton, and that forced Johnson to be a little hesitant and took an extra step.
And Utah Watanabe doing a very good job of dancing at Jalen Johnson to keep him off balance.
Well, that's the Utah.
The Watanabe.
Sweeping the nation. Here's Irving. Out of the left side, bounce to Claxton to the foul line. Kick it right side, Watanabe to the baseline. Twists the pass back out top to Irving. 7 to shoot for Brooklyn. Irving isolated against Forrest. 5 to shoot. Steps right. 3 on the way. Rattles home for Kyrie. Oh, what a difficult shot. Forrest was all over him. Nets have their largest lead. It's 18 for Kyrie Irving.
Another example of he probably wouldn't have taken that shot if Durant were on the floor.
Jalen Johnson open right wing 3. That's no good. Tip from Collins won't fall, and it settles into the hands of Simmons. Pass ahead Irving, right wing, a deep 3. Good! Oh, Kyrie! Nets by 11. Timeout Atlanta. 9:20 to go in the fourth. Irving with 21. 93-82 Brooklyn. And we're back after this on The Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Holiday gifts are only as good as the network they're on. So give your family the gift of Verizon. Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans, and another gift, like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbud. All on us. A service plan is required for gifts. Only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details.
It's Globetrotter game time. Get ready for the Harlem Globetrotters 2023 World Tour. Presented by Jersey Mike Subs. All new, non-stop action, amazing basketball skills, 4
3-point shot, high-flying dunks, and more. Get tickets for the whole family, where you can be part of the action. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters at Barclays Center on February 19th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com.
What does Maimonides Health mean to Brooklyn?
It's my rescue.
For heart attack survival, Maimonides Heart and Vascular Institute is tops in New York.
It's my comeback.
To get back on your feet fast, Maimonides offers a comprehensive bone and joint center. For over 100 years, Maimonides is the one that's cared for, worked for, and been there for Brooklyn.
My home.
My choice.
Maimonides.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Hey, this is Nick Claxton, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM in the Odyssey app.
Support the Nets as they take on the Boston Celtics on Thursday, January 12th. Show out at Barclays Center for this pivotal division rivalry game. Bring in 2023 with the Nets as they take on the Celtics. Tickets available at SeatGeek.com/Nets. 9:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Nets 93, Atlanta 82. Chris Carrino and Tim Capstraw back with you. Kevin Durant with 22 points. Sitting on the bench is Kyrie Irving has 21. Nets with an 11-point lead. Collins backing down. Warren knocks him over and a foul is called against John Collins.
Chris, I saw...
Excuse me, a foul on T.J. Warren.
Yeah. Saw a replay, and watch the bench after Kyrie Irving's previous performance before the timeout. They showed Markieff Morris, and he's just kind of walking out, just shaking his head. Like, I can't believe what I'm watching. Hard to impress a veteran like Markieff Morris, but Kyrie Irving certainly did.
Atlanta inbounds. Bogdanovich out of the right wing, played by Claxton. Irving fronting Okongwu. Top of the key jumper by Bogdanovich won't go, but Okongwu gets the rebound and he got fouled.
Good call by you because Kyrie Irving was really competing defensively to keep the ball out of the hands of Okongwu, but then was at a disadvantage on rebound.
Kyrie Irving with 8 of his 21 points in the fourth quarter tonight. He leads the NBA in fourth quarter scoring per game, averaging almost 9 fourth quarter points per game this year. The free throw is no good from Okongwu. Ends up in the corner where Watanabe runs it down. Next by 11. 8:50 to go in the fourth. Irving out of the right wing. Moves it outside. Watanabe circling down the lane. Left hand runner is good for Yuta Watanabe.
An easy shot. He was going to his right. He went off his right foot, shot it with his left hand.
That's a 10-0 run. They take their largest lead of the night. It's 13. Bogdanovich, top of the arc. Steps right. Feeds inside. Turns. Right hook by Okongwu won't go, but a foul is called against Yuta Watanabe. Second foul on Watanabe. Next foul will put the Nets over the limit here in the fourth quarter as Okongwu at the line rattles that one home.
Trying to play a little old school basketball. Nate McMillan's got a little old school attitude in him. He's not afraid to post guys up in the middle of the paint. That's got to be alert to that.
Free throw is good. Front court now, the Nets in the white Basquiat-inspired uniforms going right to left. Irving behind the arc, out top Watanabe. Moving left, pass out top. We're going to whistle on a foul here against Atlanta. Okongwu called for the foul.
I'd find a way to get Kyrie Irving freed up off some screening action right now. The way he's feeling it. But kind of catching the ball on the wing stationary. Something special for him right now, the way he's got it going.
Simmons will inbound, and a whistle and a foul against the net. On the inbound, they get it on Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving called for a second.
Yeah, trying to free himself up on the side out of bounds. Aaron Holiday sold it well.
Bogdanovich into the front court. Counting a right-hand dribble. Feeds a curling. Okongwu going to the rim, and he lays it up and in with the left hand. Okongwu with 14 points.
They're going down low every time, and they're looking for Okongwu, and that's got to be in denial position and pressure the pass more also.
Warren out of the right wing in the corner to Watanabe. Watanabe gives it up to Simmons. Back to Watanabe left side. Dribbles into a 15-footer that's no good. Rebounded by Atlanta. Back to the 95-86 lead. 7.5 to go in the fourth. DeJounte Murray out of the left side. Up top through the circle. Aaron Holiday working left in the lane. Feeds the Congo. A spin out with a right hook. Sailed it over the rim. No good. Claxton changed the shot. Watanabe with a rebound. Ahead now to Irving into the front court for Brooklyn. Nets with a 95-86 lead. 7:10 to go in the fourth. Irving squeezing into the paint. Shot denied by Collins and scooped up by Atlanta. Front court to the left side now the Hawks. DeJounte Murray just knocked with Watanabe over and laid it up and in. And a timeout called by Jacques Vaughn.
Good timeout. Hawks making a little bit of a run right now, and the Nets got to withstand. Get Kevin Durant back out on the floor.
We're going to timeout. 6:58 to go, fourth quarter in Atlanta. Nets 95, Atlanta 88 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Of course I know how to make Parmesan-crusted salmon. It'll be the best you've ever had. See you tonight.
You know you can't cook.
I know.
Even boiling water is a struggle for you.
I know.
What were you thinking?
I wasn't. What am I going to do?
Oh, honey, just go for Grubhub and tell him the truth.
You make it sound so easy.
Yeah, it is. The food will arrive before he does, and he'll be so impressed with your ordering skills that all will be forgiven.
I think you're onto something.
I am. Go for date night deliciousness. Go for Grubhub. Download the Grubhub app today.
Searching for ways to save energy and make your home more comfortable? National Grid, a proud partner of the Brooklyn Nets, is here to help. It all starts by wrapping your home with layers of comfort and savings to keep extreme temperatures out and savings in. From replacement windows to air sealing and insulation, we have exclusive rebates available to help weatherize your home. It's all part of our Total Home Comfort program. Learn more at ngrid.com/EE.
For really big savings, don't miss the Big Finish sales event at Nielsen Dodge. With end-of-year deals on new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams in stock.
Lease a new 2022 Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4, just $229 a month. Or choose from a wide selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, like a low-mileage Jeep Compass Altitude 4x4, just $23,912. Plus 0 down payment and 0% financing available. And if you need credit help, we're here to make it fast and easy.
At Nielsen, Big Finish deals are the perfect way to end your year by letting you drive for less. Plus, 0 down payment available lets you drive away today.
The Big Finish is really big on savings at Nielsen Dodge, Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
With approval term 39 months due assigned 7219 2019 Jeep VIN number KT761249. 39,406 miles at tax tag and DMV fees.
Hi, this is Patty Mills, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Net fans from Bushwick to Brownsville to Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, have you gotten your updated COVID-19 booster shot yet? The one designed for recent Omicron variants? Check eligibility and schedule at vaccines.gov, sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech. 6:58 to go, fourth quarter in Atlanta. Nets with a 95-88 lead over the Hawks.
Still some work to be done by the Nets right now, Chris, in that this Hawk team is not going away. They were aggressive getting the ball down low to Okongwu, and DeJounte Murray also scored. Nets got to execute on this timeout.
Kevin Durant back in the game for Brooklyn. He's got it up top. Moves it left, Watanabe in the corner to Warren. Warren left to the lane, and the back down to the shorter. Murray turns across the lane. The sweeping hook won't go. Murray with a rebound for Atlanta. Atlanta in the black with the peach trim and numbers going left to right. Bounce out of the right wing, Bogdanovich. Warren closing on him. Bogdanovich tried to turn the corner. Warren denied him. 9 to shoot. Switched up with Durant on him. Still circling down the lane. A wild shot. Won't fall. Rebounded by Okongwu when he puts it in.
The physicality of Okongwu is really becoming a problem for the Nets.
Double-double for Okongwu. 14 points and 11 rebounds. Net lead down to 5. 6:10 to go in the fourth. Durant isolated right wing against Collins. Turns the corner. Stops. Left of the lane with a pull-up. It's in and out. No good. Rebounded by Murray for Atlanta. DeJounte up the left side of the floor. Picked up by Watanabe. Cut off by a doubling Claxton. Now backs up. 10-footer. Banker is good. And Atlanta's within 3. A 10-0 Atlanta run. With 5:47 to go in the fourth. Durant between the circles for Brooklyn. Out high in the right near the midcourt line to Irving. Working against Aaron Holiday. Irving bumping with him. Crossover left, foul line down the lane, in the air, leaves it on the front of the rim. It falls in, good, and a foul is called. And Kyrie Irving will go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
I do not know how he made this shot, but we say that quite a bit with Kyrie Irving coming across right to left. He's hanging in the air. There's all sorts of contact. He's falling down. He still finds a way to just heave it up as he's going left back to his right hand. And it falls, leans on the rim for a while, then goes in. But the Nets' offensive execution hasn't been sharp for a while. That was completely Kyrie all by himself as he makes that free throw. And the Nets got to step up here. They haven't stopped the Hawks in a while. Murray and Okongwu are a problem.
Murray out of the left side, played by Warren. Still has it with a dribble, working right across the lane. Stripped loose by Warren, and Durant's got it for Brooklyn. In transition, Irving. Around Bogdanovich. Floater high off the window, and it's good. A banker for Kyrie. Nets back up by 8 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth.
Again with defense, they finally got their 5th turnover of the game.
Kyrie Irving with 13 in the quarter.
Yeah, he has special acrobatic plays at the rim.
Murray driving it right down the lane, puts it off the window and scores.
These are such great finishes, aren't they? Murray and, of course, Kyrie Irving.
100-94 Brooklyn. 4:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Irving out of the right wing. Kyrie pulls up. 3 on the way. Short, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Front court to the right side now. It's Murray. DeJounte cut off by Warren. Back it out between the circles to Aaron Holiday. 10 to shoot. Moving right of the circle. Down low to Collins. Good position. Turns. Twists the shot off the window. It won't go. Tipped by Okongwu won't go, but a foul is called against the Nets.
There's that guy again, Okongwu in the paint. Problem.
So free throws coming up for Atlanta. Nets with a 6-point lead. Kyrie Irving called for that foul. Okongwu at the line, makes the free throw.
That's got to get Kevin Durant involved offensively down the stretch of this one, too. I mean, Kyrie Irving is making plays. Watanabe's going to come back out on the floor for T.J. Warren. And Royce O'Neal.
Okongwu, second on the way, is good. With 4:10 to go in the fourth quarter, the net lead that was as much as 13 here in the fourth is down to 4. Kevin Durant into the front court. Picked up by Collins. Claxton up to set a high screen. They get a switch onto Okongwu. Durant slightly out of the right wing. Crossover. A pull-up 3. Off the front of the rim. Collins with the rebound for Atlanta. 3:45 to go in the game. Atlanta with the ball down 4. Murray. Straight on against Irving. Coming left. Switched up with Claxton. Driving him left. Claxton keeping him at bay. Drifts out to the corner. Still with a dribble. A pull-up 15-footer is in and out. No good. And Durant grabs the rebound.
Excellent job by Nick Claxton defensively. Kept DeJounte Murray in front.
Now Irving with a foul on a jump stop, and a jumper is good for Kyrie. And a timeout called by Atlanta. Kyrie Irving with 15 here in the fourth quarter. It's a 102-96 lead, 3:18 to go in the fourth. Back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Hey, stop dealing with your neck pain, backache, sciatica, and go see my main man, Dr. Jay Shah, at Samuel Institute for Pain Management, a migraine and nerve pain specialist who gets you back to feeling yourself again with minimally invasive and non-surgical treatments. Join me and thousands of five-star reviews who trust Dr. J for pain-relieving solutions. Same-day and next-day appointments available with offices in Colonia and Livingston, New Jersey. Turn to Samwell Pain like I did for effective pain-relieving solutions. Visit SamwellPain.com.
What does Maimonides Health mean to Brooklyn?
It's my rescue.
For heart attack survival, Maimonides Heart and Vascular Institute is tops in New York.
It's my comeback.
To get back on your feet fast, Maimonides offers a comprehensive bone and joint center. For over 100 years, Maimonides is the one that's cared for, worked for, and been there for Brooklyn.
My home.
My choice.
Maimonides.
Hi, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
3:18 to play, fourth quarter, and Atlanta Nets a 102-96 lead over the Hawks. Nets trying to extend their winning streak to 10. They've been down by as much as 15, but led by as much as 13 here in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich out top, played by Claxton. He'll shoot a three. It's good for Bogdan Bogdanovich.
Nets being careless with the basketball.
And
having
nearly
trouble.
a steal. They get it to Irving. Out of the left side, a lob for Claxton and a two-hand slam. The alley-oop after a near turnover.
How about that? But almost losing it at half court. Kyrie Irving recovers it. It still makes a great play on it.
104-99 Brooklyn. 2.5 to go in the fourth. Bogdanovich at the elbow. Claxton stayed down. They give it to Collins down the lane. Twisting shot. It's good for Collins. Gliding to the rim. Splitting defenders. 2:20 to go in the fourth. 104-101 Brooklyn. O'Neal into the front court. Played by Murray. Top of the key. O'Neal. Nowhere to go. Backs it out for Kyrie Irving. 6 to shoot. Irving. One-on-one with Holiday. Pulls up from three. Missed it short. Atlanta with a rebound. They trail by 3 with under 2 minutes to go. Out of the right, Aaron Holiday at 3. It's good. And we're tied. With a minute 45 to go in the game. All even at 104. Durant up top, moving left, stops at a dime, fade away, good for KD. 106-104 Brooklyn. A minute and a half to go in the fourth quarter. Now Murray into the front court, played by Kyrie Irving. Comes left, switched up with Durant. Down low Collins, spinner over Irving, and it's good. And we're tied again at 106. With a minute 16 to go in the fourth quarter. Durant up top, moving left, pull up, 15-footer, scored again! Kevin Durant with 26. Brooklyn back on top. A minute to go. Murray out of the right wing, comes left, switched up with Claxton, works left in the paint, bottled up, nowhere to go, tough hook, rolls off, tip won't go, Claxton a rebound. And a timeout called by Jacques Vaughn. With 47 seconds to go in Atlanta, Nets in the 2-point lead.
What a great job by Nick Claxton that time. First of all, defending DeJounte Murray, making it a very difficult shot, and then hustling back in to physically rebound and retrieve a big rebound. Excellent job. Because the Hawks and Okongwu especially have been an issue having been able to get themselves on the offensive backboard. Big rebound by Nick Claxton.
Tonight's game summary brought to you by Verizon, the network America relies on. It's been a terrific game in Atlanta. Kyrie Irving with 28-15 here in the fourth quarter. 26 points for Kevin Durant, along with 16 rebounds and 8 assists. 17 points, 10 rebounds for Nick Claxton. Nets have been down by as much as 15 in the game. They've led by as much as 13 here in the fourth quarter. And the Nets with a 108-96 lead. There have been 11 ties and 7 lead changes. 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Both teams with the Nets with 1 timeout remaining. The Hawks got 2. Hawks got a foul to give also.
Nets 13-3 this year in clutch games. That means within 5 or fewer in the last 5 minutes. That's the best clutch record in the NBA. Nets looking for their 10th straight win. 47 seconds to go. Nets inbounding in the front court. Simmons inbounding with a 2-point lead. Gets it into the midcourt line to KD. Durant. Between the circles. Played by a Kongwu. Bends over between the leg dribble. Moving left. Cut off. 3 defenders all around him. Out to Irving. Went through his hands. But dives to try and save it back. But he grabbed DeJounte Murray by the arm and a foul on Kyrie Irving. And that'll put the Nets over the limit. So Atlanta with 29.9 seconds to go will go to the line with a chance to tie the game.
Could that be considered a take foul?
I think let's see.
Is Murray out in front of him? Is it a clear pass or a take foul? Be interesting to see if the officials look at this.
Well, Carlene originally said it was a loose ball foul.
Yeah.
So the Nets are over the limit. It's just going to be straight up 2 free throws here for DeJounte Murray. Players lining the paint. Free throw on the way is no good. DeJounte Murray, who's an excellent free throw shooter at 84%, misses a crucial free throw right there. With 29.9 seconds to go, with the Nets up 2. A second opportunity on the way. It is good. 1-point net lead. 29.9 seconds to go. Simmons inbounds, and Kevin Durant will take it up the floor. 6-second difference, shot the game clock. Durant tries to get it across the midcourt line, and Jacques Vaughn wants a timeout.
And Nets weren't prepared to show up as Kevin Durant was double-teamed at half court, and Jacques Vaughn had to sprint out and call a quick timeout, their last timeout.
Durant had to get it across the midcourt line because the count was going, but then he got into that proverbial tainted into the corner there with 2 defenders on him in the corner, and Jacques Vaughn had to call a timeout.
Yeah, the biggest problem was not Kevin Durant, the other players not paying attention and being in their spot. Good job by Jacques Vaughn, though, being there and understanding.
Uses his final timeout.
Kevin Durant a little frustrated at his teammates.
So here's the situation. 21.9 seconds to go in the fourth. 16 on the shot clock. Nets are out of timeouts. They lead by 1. They'll inbound in the front court. Atlanta has 2 timeouts remaining. They also have a foul to give.
And Atlanta understands that the Nets don't want to be aggressive. They want to use a lot of time right now. So they're going to be aggressive in their trapping and get the ball out of people's hands and look to steal it. Nets got to come to the ball and be focused, and also the inbounder becomes very important. Remember, the Nets do not have a timeout right now.
The Nets try to win their 10th straight, which would be an NBA season high. Second game of this 3-game road trip that'll conclude on Saturday night in Charlotte. Royce O'Neal inbound to the front court, just inside the midcourt line. No one guarding the inbound. Nets lined up across the free throw line. Now they break apart. Irving goes to the backcourt to get it. He'll move it now slowly into the front court. Play by Aaron Holiday. Down to 10 to shoot. 16 to go in the game. Nets milking a 1-point lead. Irving handling it. Isolated. Out high on the right against Holiday. Takes it right. Pull up three. No good. Atlanta with a rebound. Not calling a timeout. Final seconds. Atlanta with the ball. Trying to win it. Murray at the horn. A three. No good. And it's 10 in a row for Brooklyn. The Nets with an NBA season-high winning streak of 10 games in a row. Atlanta did not call a timeout. Brought it up the floor, tried to win it, and DeJounte Murray missed a three.
Yeah, that's what really surprised me. On the rebound, Atlanta would have been smart to just call a quick timeout to advance the ball up to the other side of the floor. It forced DeJounte Murray to really have to hurry. It was about 4 seconds on the clock. He was really scrambling. The ball came down in the hand. Now, they just gave it up, and DeJounte Murray took it up the floor. Good job by Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant defending the shot of DeJounte Murray and not bailing him out with a foul.
So the Nets win for the 14th time in the last 15 games. They also win their 6th consecutive road game, which matches an NBA season high as well. The final in Atlanta, the Nets 108, Atlanta 107. Back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
A Boogie with the Hoodie. Saturday, March 4th at the Barclays Center. Tickets on sale now at SeatGeek.com. Don't miss A Boogie with the Hoodie. Me versus Myself tour live. Presented by Power 105.1.
No one works harder to improve the health of Brooklyn than Maimonides Health.
It's my go-to.
With 3 hospitals, 90 convenient locations, and over 1,800 doctors, Maimonides is more than a medical center.
It's my confidence.
Whether you have an everyday health need or seek expertise from a specialist at our Centers of Excellence, Maimonides will always provide the best possible care for the people of Brooklyn.
My home.
My choice.
Maimonides.
It's that special time of year again. Dream big this season with holiday scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. Introducing $1 million Golden Fortune, Holiday Sevens, and VIP Millions. With tickets starting at only $1, you could gift a chance to dream of winning up to $5 million to your loved ones. Don't miss your chance to give to those who make the holidays special. Give the gift that dreams are made of. You must be 18 years or older to purchase a lottery ticket. Please gift responsibly.
Holiday gifts are only as good as the network they're on. So give your family the gift of Verizon. Only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone with select trade-in and select 5G unlimited plans and another gift, like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbud. All on us. A service plan is required for gifts. Only on the network America relies on. Verizon. 5G phone up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new or upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details.
Nets are streaking. A 108-107 win over Atlanta, their 10th consecutive win. Lots of numbers to dissect. We'll do it on the postgame show. We'll also get to your comments and questions on Twitter. Use the handle @BKNetsRadio to get in touch with us. We'll talk about it. The postgame show is coming up right here on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Brooklyn Nets basketball has been presented by Barclays Bank. Powering possible. Brought to you by SeatGeek, Verizon, Maimonides, and by Webull, official online brokerage partner of Barclays Center and the Brooklyn Nets. Stay tuned for the Brooklyn Nets postgame show coming up next.
Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is redefining the rehabilitation experience. Whatever your age or medical condition, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center will be there to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Their award-winning premier facility provides you with an unsurpassed level of care. Whether you need short-term or long-term care or 24-hour nursing services, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is there to put you and your loved ones first. Call 718-636-1000 to schedule a tour today. That's 718-636-1000.
Searching for ways to save energy and make your home more comfortable? National Grid, a proud partner of the Brooklyn Nets, is here to help. It all starts by wrapping your home with layers of comfort and savings to keep extreme temperatures out and savings in. From replacement windows to air sealing and insulation, we have exclusive rebates available to help weatherize your home. It's all part of our Total Home Comfort program. Learn more at ngrid.com/EE.
Are you the type of person who always expects a little more out of life? Then it might be time for a new Kia Telluride X Pro. With its redesigned grille, headlamps, and trim, this SUV is stylish enough to stand out in any setting. With its high-end tech and available surround view monitor, it's equipped to make your life easier in all different ways. With its class-leading cabin room and available second-row captain's chairs, it's comfortable enough to have you always dreaming of your next excursion. And with its high ground clearance and upgraded traction control system, it's rugged and capable enough that the trip doesn't have to end when the pavement does. With all of these premium updates and more, there's no doubt the Telluride X Pro can take you beyond your expectations and beyond that. The new Kia Telluride X Pro. Welcome to a new elevation. To learn more, visit kia.com/Telluride today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Quantities limited. Cabin space claim based on a comparison of mid-sized SUV class segmentation using manufacturer-supplied data as of September 2022. Surround view monitor may not display all objects around the vehicle. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and/or driving conditions. Always drive safely and use caution.
It's time for the Brooklyn Nets postgame show. Here's Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw.
Nets with a 108-107 victory over the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta tonight. The Hawks played without Trae Young, but you talked about it in the pregame show, Capper. That was always, in long term, you don't know if they're better off without Trae Young. But for one night, you've got DeJounte Murray. And John Collins is back in the lineup and playing really well. And it's an Atlanta team that was going to, even though they played last night in Indiana, they would come in knowing that a lot of guys have a chance to get up shots and see the ball more than they have in the past without Trae Young. 5 guys in double figures. And they came back from 13 down to the fourth quarter to tie this game. But the Nets able to hang on 108-107 for their 10th straight victory.
Yeah, we've seen it for a long time when teams that have a dominant playmaker that puts up a ton of numbers, other guys love the opportunity to play without him. And there's also been some extra issues with Trae Young this year. So guys, you knew they would be ready to play, and I was impressed. Especially, I thought Atlanta would come out and have great juice and be able to play, and they did. And yet, I thought when the Nets got up 13, this thing was over. Kyrie was putting on a show. You got to give them credit for coming back. I mean, they were physical. They ended up with 60 points in the paint. I thought their physicality around the basket was a real problem. Okongwu, John Collins, different guys making plays. DeJounte Murray's a really, really nice player. And, they gave it a great run, and Nets had enough to answer. Kyrie was spectacular for periods of time, and then Kevin Durant obviously does what he does. Nets are amazing in clutch games, and came down to a buzzer shot. I was a little surprised that they didn't call a timeout. I thought they could have called a timeout, advanced the ball up there. It might have been like 5 or 6 seconds on the clock. Ends up DeJounte Murray having to sprint it up there. And again, Kyrie did a good job of defending. And then Kevin Durant, as if he didn't do everything all night long, a big little thing that he did at the end was he sprinted at DeJounte Murray knowing that he had to shoot the basketball. There wasn't enough time, and he bothered the shot also.
Kyrie Irving took the three with 9.2 seconds to go. So it was up in the air and it hits the rim and it comes down. So they had a lot of time. They had about 6 seconds.
Six. I saw 4 when he was pushing it.
Yeah.
But there was time after who rebounded?
First got the
Collins
rebound. Got the rebound. If you call a timeout, you're probably inbounding in the front court with about 6 seconds to go.
5-ish anyways, and he didn't. Now, once he takes a dribble, I don't think he took a step. I don't think he took more than one step. Once he takes that second step, you'd have to inbound the ball from the backcourt.
Don't you think there had been a timeout by Jacques Vaughn prior to that? So I'm sure previously they had set it up. They probably said if you get a rebound, either call, they would have told him either call a timeout or don't call a timeout. Yeah. They may have stressed, don't call a timeout. Let's beat the Nets up the floor.
That's exactly what they did. They must have, because you would have pointed that out. They're right. There was a timeout right before that, and that was their strategy. Hey, if we get it, we're just going to go, and that is a strategy among some guys. And it wasn't effective tonight, but it wasn't it was a tough look. Let's give the Nets credit for defending it without fouling. But I think you are exactly right, because the timeout was so clearly in front of Nate McMillan and his team that I'm sure he instructed them, let's not call a timeout and advance it and allow them to set their defense. Let's try to get it and see what kind of easy opportunity we could get the other way.
Kyrie Irving, the best fourth quarter scorer in the NBA right now, had 15 in the quarter, finished with a team-high 28 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. Kevin Durant, 26 points, a career-high 16 rebounds, and 8 assists go along with a couple of blocks. Durant now has his career high in points in Atlanta. Last year, he had 55 points in a game in Atlanta, and now he gets his career high 16 rebounds in a game in Atlanta. KD likes playing in Atlanta.
Well, I liked his leadership tonight. I think his intensity was obvious. We saw him blocking shots and tracking them down, diving on the floor. I think when your best player is ready to play that hard and have a compete level, other guys get to another level and make sure they get the job done and don't take a night off. I thought his leadership was fantastic. Claxton, again, puts up an incredibly impressive numbers, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 blocks. Nets had 13 blocks on the night. And
best shot blocking team in the NBA.
Yeah.
13 blocks. That's a big number. Nick Claxton tied his career high with 6. 17 for Claxton, 17 points, 10 rebounds, and the 6 block shots. So he flirted with a block triple-double tonight, Nick Claxton. He was outstanding.
And 8 of 9 from the field. His defense, he got that big rebound. Remember when DeJounte Murray, there was about 45 seconds on the clock prior to a timeout. He ends up defending DeJounte Murray, gets a hand up on it. The ball goes up on the glass. This is in the last minute. And then it's a rebound challenge match right there, because Okongwu has been dominating the backboard. Nick Claxton comes from contesting the shot to rebounding the ball, then the Nets call timeout.
Nets win this one 108-107, despite 24 from DeJounte Murray. John Collins had 21. Okongwu had 18 points and 13 rebounds, and they got 14 off the bench from Bogdan Bogdanović, but the Nets end up holding Atlanta to 43% shooting. Atlanta, who were making threes early, end up just 8 of 22 from behind the arc, even though they end up taking 14 more shots than the Nets. We talked about the turnovers. Nets end up not with a high turnover rate. I mean, 12 is not like ridiculously bad, but they only forced 4 in this game, and that's why you've got such a big shot disadvantage by the Nets.
Yeah, and as the game went on, though, the Hawks were able to do some work on the offensive backboard also. They ended up with 11 differential of 11 to the Nets' 5 offensive rebounds. So the combination of those two ends up with the shot differential. Listen, I thought it was highly entertaining from the get-go. I mean, the first quarter was up and down. It was really, really enjoyable. And Atlanta, again, down 13 in the fourth, not going away. I was impressed. I was impressed by their energy, their activity, and of course, I thought the Nets were getting after it also. And that's a good win for the Nets. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, they didn't play great.
They didn't play great. No,
they played well and well enough to win. And coming back from 15 down, and it gets into the fourth quarter where Atlanta's confident and they're playing well, and you're in a slugfest, and it could easily go either way. And the Nets, were able to grind it out. And you've got to, they haven't played great in all 10 of these wins, but they have been good enough to win 10 games in a row, which no team in the NBA has done this year. And that's some consistency.
Yeah, it's consistency, and it's ability to step up with the clutch games in the fourth quarter performance. Yeah. We see it, whether it be Kyrie Irving, how spectacular the plays he can make and how he can get it going when Kevin Durant isn't on the floor, or how those two play together and make the plays happen down the stretch. And it was both ends of the floor. It wasn't beautiful tonight, but they found a way to get it done. I thought Durant's leadership was exceptional. We talked about Kyrie when Kevin Durant is out in the fourth quarter, how he has to be the guy or wants to be the guy then, and he tends to really step up, and that's why he leads the NBA in fourth quarter scoring.
The Nets with the longest winning streak in the NBA this season, 10 games in a row. Their 14th win in the last 15 games. It's the 6th winning streak of 10 or more games in franchise history. And it's the first going back to 2006 when they had won 14 games in a row. The Nets are now 17-3 in their last 20 games. How about this? That matches the best 20-game stretch at any point in the season in franchise history.
Really?
Yeah, 17-3. Best 20-game stretch in franchise history. You're going back to, 1977 with that stat right there. Nets have won a season-best 6 straight road games. That's also tied for the longest road winning streak in the league this season. They're 11-1 in the month of December. A 108-107 win for the Nets. You're going to hear from Jock Vaughn as we continue with our post-game coverage. We'll also get to your comments on Twitter at BKNets Radio. The way to reach us. We'll do all that coming up right after this on The Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Hydrate with Brooklyn Nets Sports Water. Nets fans can show their team pride with Nets Sports Water, a high-quality, superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Whether it's quenching your thirst after a big game or taking a sip while you're on the go, let Nets Sports Water be your go-to for hydration. Now available in our sustainable, eco-friendly aluminum bottle. Refill and rep the Nets as you help contribute to a more sustainable future. Find Nets Sports Water at Barclays Center or shop online at GoWaterCo.com.
In today's world, it's more important than ever to surround yourself with people and companies you can trust that will help you through some of the toughest decisions you've ever had to make. Whether you're looking to reopen your business or buy or rent a new home, Hub International is by your side. Visit Hub's Coronavirus Resource Center at hubinternational.com. Whether you're looking for help on business insurance, employee benefits, retirement planning, or even how to file for unemployment benefits, you'll get the information you need. Because at Hub International, our mission is to help you protect what matters most.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Durant up top. Moving left. Pull up. 15-footer. Scored again. Kevin Durant with 26. Brooklyn back on top. A minute to go. And the Nets would end up holding off the Hawks 108-107 in Atlanta for their 10th straight win at BK Nets Radio. The way to reach us. Lots of folks checking in right now. Gene Moss at BK Nets Radio. Defense really turned it up in the third quarter to take the lead. KD led the charge, blocking shots, diving in the court. Kyrie has completely taken over the first few minutes of the fourth in every game. 2 big threes. KD came up with a big fourth. What a game. 10 in a row. Spencer Schwartz excited, wearing his red net jersey. That's a throwback there on a night when the Nets didn't play their best, plagued by turnovers. Somehow they grind out a win in a game they had no business of winning. Need some serious conditioning to get through watching a game like that. Exhale. John Strump, I'll take it. Gutty game by the Nets. D-Rock at BK Nets Radio. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Seth and Patty backcourt. Ben on the court without Durant or Irving. Durant brings up the ball in the fourth, allowing the Hawks to double him and force a timeout. We almost gave it away. It's the KISS rule. Let's get 11. I think D-Rock alluding to what he thinks are some different decisions. I know Bob from Bayonne also checking in with us on Twitter at BK Nets Radio. Fortunate to get this one. Defensive lapses late, careless turnovers, and a gift from Nate not to call a timeout. Hawks could have had any shot they wanted coming off a timeout there. Gave Jock props last game, but not in this odd Seth and Patty lineup in the second. That's where the Atlanta got out to that 15-point lead. There was a stretch where there was neither Durant or Kyrie Irving on the floor. Now, Patty Mills came in and scored 12 points in 12 minutes that he played, all in the first half. But, listen, I think there was a stretch there where Jacques Vaughn was experimenting on whether or not he could put a lineup out there that can play without both Durant and Irving.
Yeah.
And tried to ride it as long as he could. And it did cost him for a stretch there as Atlanta took control of the game.
They were stale on both ends. Remember, Jalen Johnson was torching the nets with his size and ability, so he was able to get where he wants. And when you don't have Claxton on the floor and you don't have Durant on the floor, the opposition knows to go at the rim. So they're going strong at the rim. They're making plays, different guys stepping up. And then the Nets offense just didn't look sharp, didn't look clean. And yeah, it was something different that we hadn't seen, because you're usually trying to stagger those guys, keep one of them out there at all time. And I guess you could, I know that people notice those things, and you're right. I think probably Jacques Vaughn trying to experiment and see exactly what he could get out of that group. And I think maybe he might not go back to that for a while.
Yeah, Kenny Batts also checking in on Twitter. Great win, but funny coaching decisions. Lots of unnecessary experimenting with rotation. So, well, it took what, 27 games, and the fans start to get a little on to Jacques Vaughn.
You get a 10-game win streak, and you still can catch some stuff. You know why? Because fans they know rotations. They know rotations. The intricate parts, details of the game. Sometimes
it's like when baseball managers get criticized for how they use the bullpen.
Exactly.
Very similar.
They can see that
play calling in football.
Exactly. So it's something, and they're not wrong. Especially when you got to listen. Tonight, it was out there for them, and they evaluated it, and you can't say they were wrong about that.
I think what frustrates coaches or managers in all these sports when they get criticized for those things that are just so noticeable, is that there's 1,000 other decisions they have to make during a game that nobody really knows or sees, and then they get criticized for something like that. And it can kind of bristle them a little bit.
Well, again, though, it was kind of a big deal, though. It was a big deal, and it didn't work. It's the beauty of you right now, that I can't wait for Saturday. You will bring that up. So I don't know if any reporters right now are going to bring that up to Jacques Vaughn, but I guarantee that if you listen to the pregame interview against the Charlotte Hornets, you never don't bring up things that are borderline or the coach.
Yeah.
Because Jacques will be great with you also. He'll give you the information you need to decipher or ask him exactly what his thinking was with that matchup.
We'll find out. We'll see. We're going to hear from Jacques Vaughn in just a few minutes here, and we'll see if anybody brought it up. So right now, Nick Theodoro's back in our studio. Nick, let's go to Nets head coach Jacques Vaughn.
Okay. Well. I think the urgency that we showed in the third quarter was pretty impressive. We weren't satisfied the way we played the first half, and that group in the third quarter, they only gave up 17 points. We gave up 44 points in the second half overall. So just more locked in defensively. We talked about, taking pride in guarding the basketball, and whoever is in front of you, being able to guard them and take that challenge on, and just lean into competing. And we did that really the second half. A lot of great efforts, whether it was the block shots we had tonight, whether it was the rebounds by Kay tonight, the shot making and ability to defend by Kai. So a lot of great efforts all the way around.
Put a lot of, obviously he's come up big and he has a clutch T in him, but what allowed Kai to get going in that late stretch where you guys really needed that?
It really doesn't take much. We kind of got off our rotation a little bit because I didn't want to use the extra time out in the first, and Nate didn't either, so we both let our guys run basically the 12 minutes. So he didn't start the second, but when he got rhythm, it doesn't take much, Brian. Started from a little 10-footer, then the next thing you know, they were pressing up against him. He gets to the paint, adds in the 3 to that, and, off you go from there. It doesn't take much.
Jeff comes to the defense group. You guys been on for about a month now. How would you describe the belief that's in the locker room now compared to a month and a half, 2 months ago?
Yeah, Nick, you just think about all the ways that we have won, which is pretty interesting. I'm going to use the word impressive also, whether it is not having the full squad in Indiana, whether it's coming back from double digits from Toronto and Detroit, whether it's winning at home versus a quality team as Milwaukee, doing it on the road versus Cleveland, being down tonight and still having the belief, whether it was double digits, I think we're 9 somewhere around there at halftime, but still believing that we could play better, that we could turn this thing around, and it is belief, and that's a huge part of the NBA is the confidence and belief. No matter what situation, you can come out on the other side.
What have you seen from the group? You talk about the belief, but there's something that's so impressive when it comes down to such games. You've mentioned the word poise, and what have you seen from the guys allow them to find that poise and to kind of still stay in it?
Megan, it really boils down to the individuals really understanding what our goal was when we set on this together, is that when your number is called, that you're available and that you're ready to play, and you're professional, and we're going to treat you that way. I'm going to talk to you as a professional, mature-like. And a great example is Patty tonight, and we needed his 3 threes. Imagine we didn't have that in that stretch in the second. And to see him work out yesterday on a day off and go through, not on him, Keith did also, and a couple other guys, but to see the professionalism, let the young guys see him work, and then being able to produce. It's a little bit of that all wrapped into the belief, the momentum, us covering for each other, and just believing that everybody's going to be used. This team, a great piece of who we are is the depth that we have. We've seen it. We've used it. We're going to continue to use it. So it's evidence in games like this.
We talked about when guys are coming back. So, I mean, you get Steph back. Obviously, you used him in that second quarter. He and Patty, that looked like there was a little bit of defense struggle on that. You've got Joe coming back eventually, whenever that is. Just how much of a challenge is it when you have guys coming in and out, and you have to keep rejiggering, if not your starting lineup, at least your rotations?
Yeah, and it's going to happen. Hopefully, knock on wood, we'll have everybody available at some point. Definitely want that problem. We'll continue to have those conversations with guys, whether it is, last couple games, TJ's been the first sub off the bench, and we're trying to see if that has a place. The piece of having Seth out there, still trying to figure out what's the best group with him. Love that he's with that second group and they get to play fast, but we are small at times with that second group, and we paid for it sometimes. The people can put it on the bounce and drive us. So I don't mind having that problem, Brian. My conversations will continue with those dudes about when they're going to play, if they're in the rotation, out of rotation. Same conversation I had with Cam yesterday. Being extremely honest with him, and he got to be professional, and his time will come back around, and I know he'll be ready. So those conversations will continue to have on a daily basis with each individual.
What was your vantage point on that? Well, not the three-pointer, obviously that was given, but DeJounte's drive, where you kind of followed him up there.
Yeah, overall, just having multiple bodies in front of him. I thought overall, over the course of the night, we committed to multiple bodies, after that first half when they were just driving us to the rim, really collapsing, boxing out, being at the rim. Multiple bodies, it makes it tough for a guy to get all the way to the rim.
Coach, just going back on the defense, it looks like Nick Claxton is really pretty good.
Yeah, we, part of the message at halftime was each individual taking on the challenge to guard the guy in front of you. And whether that was Royce O'Neal versus Bogdanovich in a great possession in front of our bench. But we lean on Nick a lot. And he produces for us and continues to. And we need him. And we love him. And we're going to continue to ask him to do everything for us. Block shots, rebound, run the floor, play perimeter guys, play, post guys. But we got to give him help. And the other guys got to not take him for granted and realize that we have a job as individuals to guard the guy in front of us as well.
When your best player steps up and gives you 16 rebounds.
Yeah.
I mean, toward that end.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say over and over and over again, we need to help Nick, but does it make it easier for you to preach that when KD gets 16 points?
Without a doubt, Brian, that is spot on. And we'll watch some of those clips, and those were in traffic, I'm going to get it kind of rebounds. 16, pretty impressive. Probably the most impressive, though, was the block and the ball goes out of bounds, and he dives on the floor, and we get the possession, and possessions like that where, yes, that's KD doing that. And makes it easier for me to coach the rest of the group for sure.
All right, that's Jacque Vaughn. Upbeat. He mentioned Patty Mills coming in and giving him some big minutes. Didn't really address those rotation things that we talked about.
He did a little bit, though. He did a little bit by talking about how the first quarter, and no coach gave in to giving the timeout. Remember, you were talking about, like, they didn't get the second timeout to the 40-second mark. That kept KD and Kyrie on the floor, I'm pretty sure, that entire stretch. That's what distorted the rotation for the second quarter.
There wasn't an opportunity to get a sub in the last 3 minutes until that 40-second mark.
Exactly. So that's what distorted the lineup that came out in the second quarter. I think that's important to know. I also think it's important for Jacque to say, maybe I got to give up a timeout or just, call a timeout knowing if to make that substitution to keep our rotations intact.
Well, what happens is that Atlanta the Nets get charged with the timeout.
Yes.
The first timeout, the first time there's a dead ball under 7 minutes, and then there's going to be another one under 3 minutes. So Atlanta wasn't taking it. So the ball was going back and forth. So Jacque saying, I want to get a timeout here, but I don't want to use up my second timeout in the first quarter.
Thank you.
I'm going to wait for Atlanta to do it, but they weren't using it. So it actually becomes a theme tonight that Nate McMillan didn't want to take timeout.
Very good.
Yeah. Because sometimes, you'll say, well, it's going to be my timeout anyway, so I'll take one under 3 minutes just to get us organized, maybe before an offensive possession.
But it wasn't their timeout. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah. So that does explain it just a little bit. But that's what I'm talking about when there's little subtle things that maybe you don't see. We'll take a timeout. Let's do that. We'll come back. We'll do more.
We'll take a timeout.
We'll take a timeout, yes. Nate McMillan doesn't want to take one right now, but we're going to take one. 108-107 Nets beat Atlanta for their 10th consecutive win. We'll come back with more right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
You, the one listening to this ad, what do you think you're doing? Cooking when you know you don't want to? Thinking about canceling taco night? Settling for leftovers again. Not on my watch. Just go for Grubhub. It is the easiest and the best decision you'll make all day. Plus, no dishes. It's what you deserve. Just go for it. Download the Grubhub app today.
Are you the type of person who always expects a little more out of life? Then it might be time for a new Kia Telluride X Pro. With its redesigned grille, headlamps, and trim, this SUV is stylish enough to stand out in any setting. With its high-end tech and available surround view monitor, it's equipped to make your life easier in all different ways. With its class-leading cabin room and available second-row captain's chairs, it's comfortable enough to have you always dreaming of your next excursion. And with its high ground clearance and upgraded traction control system, it's rugged and capable enough that the trip doesn't have to end when the pavement does. With all of these premium updates and more, there's no doubt the Telluride X Pro can take you beyond your expectations and beyond that. The new Kia Telluride X Pro. Welcome to a new elevation. To learn more, visit kia.com/Telluride today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Quantities limited. Cabin space claim based on a comparison of mid-sized SUV class segmentation using manufacturer-supplied data as of September 2022. Surround view monitor may not display all objects around the vehicle. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely and use caution.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. You definitely don't want your heating system to fail this winter. There's only one company to call for a heating tune-up. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 35 years. Schedule your system tune-up now to keep your home warm. If your current system is over 15 years old, it's time to upgrade to a high-efficiency Carrier system. Take it from me. You'll save money and stay warm. These guys are experts. Contact my friends right now at EdisonHVAC.com. That's EdisonHVAC.com.
Hi, this is Kevin Durant, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the Odyssey app.
Scoreboard update sponsored by National Grid. See how to stay comfortable this season and every season at ngrid.com /EE. That's ngrid.com /EE. ngrid.com /EE. During the fourth quarter in Chicago, Bucks on top of the Bulls, 101-88. So Bucks should hang on to that, and then they'd still remain a half game in front of the Nets for the second spot in the Eastern Conference. They're in the fourth quarter in New Orleans. Timberwolves in a dogfight with the Pelicans. Pun intended, right?
Yeah, no, it was very
Timberwolves
good.
dogfight.
Yeah,
97-96. Timberwolves with the lead there. In the fourth, just getting underway in Sacramento. The Kings hosting the Nuggets. The Warriors are hosting the Jazz tonight. Jazz out to a 15-10 lead. Finals from tonight. Pistons beat the Magic 121-101. There was a brawl in that one. And
Killian Hayes.
Mo Wagner got hit in the back. Killian Hayes came in and threw a forearm in the back of the head of Mo Wagner, knocked him out. And it was a big scuffle going on there in Detroit. And I'm sure Killian Hayes is going to get suspended. Wizards beat the Suns 127-102. Booker's going to be out for a while. Ayton had 31 for the Suns. But the Wizards, good win at home for them. The Heat beat the Lakers tonight, 112-98. Heat move over the 500 mark at 18-17. Jimmy Butler had 27 points. The Nets win in Atlanta, 108-107, the final. Their 10th straight win. Couple of days off on the road before they take on the Charlotte Hornets. They have one of the worst records in the NBA, and that'll be on New Year's Eve night. 7 o'clock start. We're going to the air at 6:50 with the pregame show. On Twitter at BKNets Radio. Chris checking in with us. JV was definitely experimenting with lineup. Now here's where Chris may have had spell check or autocorrect.
Yeah,
but you could change a word and it actually could have two meanings. He said, "Still a gray win tonight. Let's go for 11." So he probably meant to say great.
Yeah.
And it changed it to gray. But you could say a little touch of gray in the fact that the Nets had a battle with Atlanta down the stretch. It wasn't a black or white victory. It was a gray win.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I think you're working really hard for that one.
Yeah. And William checking in with us. I want to shout out to my mom and step-pops, Johnson, who were traveling.
Oh, they were. We know them well.
The U.S. following the Nets. Yeah, that's Dawn, right?
Yeah.
Dawn. Dawn Rasueño, one of the great Net fans out there. Her and her husband usually get out, and I think I saw a tweet that they haven't done this in like 3 years now.
Yeah, no, it's great. And we used to,
we see them on the road all the time. Yeah.
See them on the road, and it's great to have them out there. Yeah, just great Net fans.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see and really grateful for all these Net fans checking in with us tonight, Capper, because a lot of folks are engaged again. And this is a team that they can get excited about right now. Winners of 10 in a row, now 23-12 on the season, 11-7 away from home. They've won 6 straight games on the road, and they'll go for a 7th straight road victory in Charlotte on Saturday night. And we'll see if the Nets can keep it going. A 108-107 victory in Atlanta. Take a look at the upcoming schedule brought to you by SeatGeek. Visit SeatGeek.com/Nets today. Secure your seats. After this road game to close out the calendar year 2022 against Charlotte in Charlotte, the Nets will return home for one game against San Antonio, and then it's right back on the road for 3 straight games in Chicago, New Orleans, and Miami. So that's your road ahead for the Brooklyn Nets right now. The loss drops the Hawks a game under 500. They get swept in a back-to-back against Indiana and Brooklyn. Again, they played without Trae Young tonight. They're now 17-18 on the season. DeJounte Murray led the way with 24 points, 21 for John Collins, 14 for Bogdan Bogdanovic. The Nets now, over the last 6 seasons, 15-4 against the Atlanta Hawks. So good win for Brooklyn. A career-high 16 rebounds for Kevin Durant. We'll put a wrap on things on our post-game coverage right after this on The Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
Oh, look at Cyrus asleep in my lap. I wonder what he dreams about. A bottomless buffet of cat food? Maybe a sunroom for destroying rare plants. The world's largest scratching post. Ooh, I could give him a chance at all his dreams with New York Lottery holiday scratch-off games, like VIP Millions. Ooh, I should stand up now before my legs start dreaming too.
Give the gift that dreams are made of with prizes up to $5 million. You must be 18 years or older to purchase a lottery ticket. Please gift responsibly.
Hey, Nets fans. From Bushwick to Brooklyn Heights, Midwood to Mapleton, Flatbush to Fort Greene, Cobble Hill to Clinton Hill. Brooklyn, are you ready for your updated COVID-19 booster shot? Updated booster shots designed to help protect against recent Omicron variants are available. Learn about eligibility and schedule today at vaccines.gov. Brought to you by net sponsors Pfizer and BioNTech.
Nets are the longest active winning streak in the NBA. In fact, the longest winning streak of any kind in the NBA this season. Their 10th win in a row. The longest winning streak for the Nets since moving to Brooklyn. Their longest since 2006 when they won 14 straight. The Nets have now won 14 of the last 15 games. They're 17-3 since November 15th. It's the best 20-game stretch for the Nets in franchise history. Now 21-7 under John Vaughn. They're looking to keep it going after a couple of days off. They'll be back in action on Saturday night. We'll ring in the new year. Start it right here, Capper. You're going to be out there going to a party, whatever you're going to do on New Year's Eve. Start your night with the Nets and the Charlotte Hornets. We'll be on the air. You're going to be sitting in traffic, trying to get somewhere, trying to get to your party.
Right.
Tune it in right here on the Fan.
Yeah, see if this one goes to 11.
See if this one goes to 11. Very good Spinal Tap reference, Capper. I know you're a huge fan of the movie. So the Nets get the win 108-107 in Atlanta. Thanks to Nick Theodoro. Thanks to Carl Infantino. For the Capper, Tim Catstraw. I'm Chris Carino. Keith McPherson is next, right here on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the free Odyssey app. Come on.